Hello everyone!
Hello.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the D20 Babe Show and a brand new campaign and a brand new game system. Again, this is all new and I haven't done my settings, they're all probably fucked up, so let us know if the music's too loud. I still don't know how to fix that. I actually don't know how to fix it. This is too loud over here anyway. Welcome everyone, so we are going to be doing a Star Wars game. It is called The Adventures of Yiri and Dari, and it is going to be a high adventure, kind of ridiculous shenanigans style story. Nothing too melodramatic.
Well, depending.
Well,
because
I mean, Shannon's in this game, so there's always going to be...
melodramatic.
But I'm going to hand it over to you, Shannon, because this is kind of you've relocated the show a little bit, so why don't you tell everybody kind of what's been happening. I'm just going to leave here.
No problem. Hi, everybody. I missed y'all. We have moved, so if you are a viewer of the D20 Babes in the past, we relocated to a new city. So we are here, and I found a gaming friend. So happy about that. So introduce yourself.
I'm Stephanie. So I'm a huge nerd, Star Wars nerd, comic book nerd, gaming nerd, so...
All the good things.
Definitely all the good things. So I was lucky enough to be invited to play some RPGs with everyone, and I'm super excited to do it, and I can't wait to share all my nerd knowledge with everyone, and some cool characters.
I'm a little intimidated, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
You're not going to be happy with my Star Wars universe.
I won't correct you. I'll just smile and nod every time.
There's a lot of detailed things.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, what? Wait, what? We'd like to keep it kind of in theme with the past, where I really like your guys' participation in this. That was super fun. So that's something we found with the D20 Babes is having you guys actually affect our game. It's cool. I really like that. It keeps us on our toes. So the way that we thought that we could do it with this game is very similar in the past. We had an Oscar trophy that we would pass around. Because we're playing D&D, we did the person who got the Oscar trophy would get an advantage dice. And that's decided by you guys that are watching. So it was voted on the best line or the best action. So in D&D, maybe during battle, like somebody does this crazy move or maneuver or does something ridiculous or smart or whatever.
Yeah.
They can be voted on on Twitter with a hashtag, with a specific hashtag.
Yeah.
So the more people said that thing, that person, the next week we'd announce it, and we're like, okay, well, Jen, because Jen's in chat, D20 Babe, hey, they'd be like, okay, Jenny's character got the advantage dice because of her, whatever thing she did. And so we're thinking about doing it with this one because it's a different system. Instead of an advantage dice, we're going to get a force token. So that force token.
Here. You'll have to hand it back to me.
No, it's mine. Forever.
Just hold it up to the camera.
So this first token is this little guy. We can use that in the game, just like an advantage dice. Or it's a little different. We can affect the story.
Yeah, it's like a small narrative bonus.
A narrative bonus, which we need.
And normally when that is used, you flip it over to the dark side, and it's something that I can use.
Yeah.
But that when our fans, the people that watch the show, award that to somebody, it's a single spent and doesn't flip over. It's just spent.
Yeah.
So there's no negative connotation to using it. It's a free bonus for them.
But if we forget to use it during that session, it is gone, which is something that happened in D20 Babes a lot, is that we forgot to use the dice because we're so into it.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things, right? And then this is our new... she fell off the stand. This is our new Oscar trophy, General Leia. So this will be the visual representation of who's got the... Also to remind ourselves so we remember to use it. We got this thing in front of us, right? So that can start with this game. The hashtag is Yiri and Dari. So that's spelled...
it's on the screen.
Did I spell it wrong?
It's on the screen.
I already did the hashtag on my Twitter account, D20 Babe, and I actually did the hashtag wrong. So, you know what, I don't even deserve... It should just immediately go to somebody.
I would say no.
I blew it. So the hashtag is and so A-N-D, Dari, which is spelled D-A-R-I.
And it's on the screen there for you guys.
Yeah.
It's looping between the character sheets. So Yiri and Dari.
Yeah.
And make sure you throw the and in there, otherwise the hashtag won't work.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Do you want this back, or can I keep it?
We'll start it next game.
Start it next week.
But it might be defaulted to.
Okay, so we're going to be playing the Star Wars Fantasy Flight Edge of the Empire game system, and that is a narrative dice system. And if you aren't familiar with it, you can look it up online. It's a very awesome system that I have ported over to lots of other games. In fact, this is the system that we're using in our YouTube show that we're doing kind of in the background, and that is also with Stephanie and also with Shannon and then another friend, Aaron. And we are doing a game called Supernatural, which we're probably start uploading in the next few months here once we've got a lot of episodes shot. But it's the same kind of dice system we're using for that. We're just porting it over. So it's a narrative. They know the dice system. We can explain it. It's not really that interesting. If you want to try it, just go buy it. But anyway.
He sold that so well.
Yeah.
It was really not.
Just go buy it. We are going to get right into it. I thought there was something else I had to say, but I don't think so. We are playing a game. That's what we've got to do. Is we got to roll your white dice, and that's how many light or dark-sided tokens you get for this session. So each of you roll.
All right. 2 white.
Okay.
One black.
So we're balanced here.
All right, so that just basically means that they have 2 light-sided tokens and 1 dark-sided token. The dark side is something that I can use to give myself a narrative boost, and the white ones are that they can use. And try not to forget that. I'll keep that over here so you guys can kind of see it and remember it.
Okay.
All right, so we are starting the story in Mos Eisley because that's a good familiar location. Our 2 characters are young women that have grown up in Mos Eisley their whole lives, and are fast friends, have known each other for quite some time, and we are just going to start the story at the beginning. That's a good place to start the story. So it is, also as a note, there's construction going on in the back. That is, they're building a shed in our backyard, so there's going to be lots of noise. Please.
It kind of fits in with the Mos Eisley theme.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true.
It's lots of noise.
It's all ambient sound.
Yeah.
So we are going to start in the docking bay area of Mos Eisley, and Yuri, you have been sent by your family, the Bruss Trading Company, to do a deal with a friend of yours, a friend of your family that has been trading with you for quite some time, a woman named Sanda Lure. And I do have pictures here. This is Sanda. This is a friend of the Bruss family, and she comes to Mos Eisley probably once the equivalent of a year in Mos Eisley or on Tatooine. And when she does, she always has a special shipment that has been brought to your family. And this is the first year that your family has entrusted you to go meet with her to oversee your shipment. And she also brings a lot of other shipments along with her when she arrives. She's not just dealing with your family. She has a bunch of other contacts here in Mos Eisley. And you have been kind of waiting patiently for the ship to arrive, and there's a nice viewing area off of the main deck. You would walk down a set of stairs to go to where the ship would land, and sure enough, you see her ship, this rusty old bucket of bolts, just kind of shimmer down, and she procures a lot of strange antiquities, and she travels all over the Outer Rim looking for interesting and bizarre items. And your family loves to deal in those kinds of things. They love trinkets and historical artifacts, and that's what they deal in here in Mos Eisley and further into closer to the core worlds. So her ship kind of lands with a rattle and clanks, and you see kind of black smoke puffing off of the back of it. And after about a minute or two, the back landing ramp just slowly lowers and hits with a loud thud. And you can see a bunch of her people, there's about 4 or 5 people that work for her, start running down and clearing a space for the shipments that they're delivering here into Mos Eisley. What do you want to do, Yuri?
Merely, I'm going to go down and introduce myself to Sanda.
Alright, so you wander down, and she's got a data pad that she's got a little pen she's poking on, and she's like, alright, we got crate 4 is going to go here, crate 3, crate 2, crate 1, and she's like, make sure we got enough clearing, the pallets are pretty big, and her crew's just nodding to her, and like, yes, Captain, and off they go, and they start clearing out corners. And you go down the stairs, and the door slides open, and you walk in. It's kind of dusty in here. It's an open top area, and so the kind of dust swirls around as you walk into this main docking bay area. And she's busy on her pad and doesn't even notice. Looks like she's just taking heavy inventory.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous. This is my first time ever taking on this type of responsibility, and I don't want to disappoint my parents. So I kind of got myself ready. Go away, stand up. My name's Yiri. From the Rust Trading Company. I'm here to pick up the shipment.
So she looks at her pen, kind of looks over at you, and she's like, I recognize you. Well, you've grown a lot in a year. She opens up her coat and stuffs it on the inside and zips it up again. And she walks over and she extends a hand, and she's got like real rough skin. Like she's constantly living in backworlds places and roughing it, and she's a tough woman. And she grabs your hand and shakes it. She's got a very strong, firm grip. And she smiles at you and she says, well, I guess your parents are trusting you now with the operations. Is that what I'm to assume?
Yeah, it's time. I'm grown up. I'm going to be slowly taking over more and more responsibilities, and so it looks like you might have to deal with me a lot more from now on.
She's like, oh, well, I'm happy to do it. You know, your father's a great man, but fresh blood is always good, and you might have some new ideas about where you want to take the business. It's very exciting. I'm very excited about that, Yuri. Well, she kind of yells over and snaps her finger. She's like, let's get pallet 2 down right away. We'll get yours down first. You can take a look over. Once we're done, we'll go over the inventory together, and we'll go from there. But I have a lot of stuff I'm going to do, so pallet 2 is just going to be over there. Wait for it, and it'll be there in a moment. And she wanders back into the ship. And sure enough, one of the guys, these big, tough guys, he's a really dark skin. He's a human. Looks like he carries himself with a really nice, strong posture. But he has an autoloader that he's just kind of running down the ramp, and he wipes his brow as he slams it in and shoves the crate off. And it's about 4 feet wide, about 4 feet high, but it's kind of got these different sections that are kind of just almost like taped on. So there's like these half-open boxes that are at the top. Everything else fits perfectly in the square at the bottom. There's a few on the top that are kind of janky on the top of it and are half-opened and look like they were just kind of thrown in at the last minute. So he kind of gives you a salute and heads back up with the autoloader and heads on into the ship.
Okay. Well, I'm going to inspect the merchandise that they provided for me. So I'm going to go right up into the boxes and just kind of start moving around the items at the top, just kind of peering in at a couple of them and seeing what I can see, and if there's anything that I know might have some value. I've got limited experience, but...
Okay, why don't you make a perception roll? I should probably have a character sheet so that I can reference the skills. I don't have one.
For us? Because we can kind of see it on the screen.
I can...
This one. Alright.
There's some up here. No, that's not the one. There. No. These are Age of Rebellion. It should be fine. It should be fine.
That is someone later. Yeah, I think that's the same.
Alright, so yeah, this will be a perception check, which is cunning. So you take cunning or perception, whichever is higher of the two for you. And you will upgrade the dice accordingly. So what's your cunning?
My cunning is 3.
Okay, so you'd have 3 green dice, and do you have perception?
I do.
So you would upgrade the number of dice to yellow. Yeah, there you go. And this will be a 1 difficulty. You're just basically rifling through. And
yeah. Alright, so...
Shen, you want to move that bobblehead? Because it's right in the way of the dice
Can you guys see the dice?
Though they can kind of see what... Yeah, not really, but that's fine.
So you can keep an eye so we don't bunch the dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
So okay,
So
we are still a little bit in some with the dice rolling, so just bear with us as we kind of figure it out. So
I've got a success and 2 advantages.
all right. So from what you've told me about Yiri, she likes kind of weird knickknacks, and so that's kind of the first things that will catch your eye. And as you're going through, you see like a bunch of interesting items, probably from not too far away regions in the Outer Rim. But one that you find kind of in particular interesting that just immediately catches your eye is this little, it's a little like Gamorrean kind of guard, like soldier-looking guy, almost like a toy, what would be equivalent of a toy soldier, or like it's a toy. But it has these, it looks like it's probably hundreds and hundreds of years old. You've never seen anything like it before. But the one thing you do notice, it's been modified. Like someone's taken this toy and done stuff to it. And there's a mechanical clamp on the back of its neck, and there are, like, you can get the sense that it's been opened up a little bit inside as well, and that's the one thing that catches you because it's super weird and like you've never seen one of those before.
Okay, so something like that, I'm gonna stare at it because, like I do love old artifacts. They're things that are fascinating with me. I actually have a small private collection at home of little knickknacks that I managed to just pick up from a shop that my parents decided were worthless and couldn't sell.
Okay.
So something like this is really, I want to add to my collection. I'm going to start fiddling with it, kind of staring at the modifications and seeing if they do anything, or if I can notice anything strange or...
Sure. All right, so you just play around with it and look till you turn it upside down, and you grab the head, and when you just kind of go to turn it over in your hand, the head actually pops back, almost like a Pez machine, and you can see that there's a tiny little projector camera built into the base of the neck. And nothing happens right away, but you see that, and it's clearly that's been inserted into the actual toy itself. It's not concealed because it looks like it's supposed to do that. Yeah. It's just this weird oddity of a toy that it's a mixture of old history and someone that's been meddling with it with modern technology.
Something like this is incredibly fascinating to me. I probably spend a couple minutes just kind of staring at it. Do I recognize the...
You can make a lore check on it.
I'm going to do a lore check on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Difficulty?
This would be 2.
Okay. And then it would be lore and...
I think it's usually intellect. I think all like the knowledge skills are intellect, yeah.
I'm about to say.
Oh, you're smart.
Yeah.
Smarter than me. That's
I'm quite a bit smarter than you. Alright. So I've got 2 advantages, no successes.
Alright, so you're not exactly sure. The one thing you do know, it is obviously Gamorrean in origin. You've seen craftsmanship like this before in some of the way they make statues. It's a very specific type of cut, and it is made out of wood. And it's a very specific type of cut. It does have like appendages that move. The legs and arms can move independently, but it's made mostly of wood. But you know it's Gamorrean, but that's about it. You're not exactly sure. And it's a toy. Yeah. It's definitely a toy. It's a child's toy. But anything more than that, you're not sure.
So something like this probably isn't worth a lot of money. I really don't think Saturday will miss something like this. It's made of wood. It's not very durable. It's probably not going to last very long anyway. So I think I'm just going to slip it into my pocket and steal it.
You're going to steal it? Okay.
I'm going to steal it, yeah.
So you're sure you're on your first mission for your family, you're going to try to pocket this item off of this thing that your family is trading with.
I mean, we're going to pay for everything overall.
Okay.
So I figure, like the payment for this particular item will just be kind of in the whole... the batch of money that we're going to pay her. Okay,
so you can go ahead and make I think this is a skullduggery check. You may not have the skill.
No.
So you're just going to roll straight, just agility, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm going to say your difficulty is 1.
Okay. A failure and 1 advantage.
Alright. So you kind of hastily put it into your side bag. The advantage is that that you weren't very subtle about it. At that point, she comes down the ramp, and she's got her data pad out, and she's not seeming like she's really noticed, but she walks down and she's looking over the data pad, and she's got, okay, I've got everything up on the inventory here, so we can go over the items. We'll just do a checklist of every single thing. I know it's going to take a few hours, but this is just the way the business goes. I'm sure you understand.
Right.
So we are going to go by one through each of the boxes.
One by one?
One by one, go through each of the boxes, make sure every piece of the inventory is here, and then you can sign for it, and then bring it back to your family.
I don't remember inventory taking this long before in the past.
Well, you were young and probably distracted, I'm sure. Right. But don't worry, it'll be fine. So she goes through and she starts emptying out box by box, and she's going through a piecemeal inventory of every single box. She has it organized by what's in each of the boxes. And she gets to the box that had a mark of C3 on it, which was the one that you took the toy from. Mm-hmm. She's going through and she counts everything out, and she's like, I swear that we had this. And she looks back and she's like, Thorak, but did we have this item? And she holds it up, and she actually has a scan. She puts it on her data pad and draws up. She's like, I'm sure we scanned this in, didn't we? He's like, yes, Captain, I'm pretty sure it was there, but it could have fallen off in transport. I'll search the ship.
Yeah, I noticed that this box was actually the top, and it was open already. Actually, quite a few of the boxes were open, so it could have just fallen off, because it's not like the boxes were very secure.
I'm trying not to be offended right now, Yiri, but I am known to be a little bit helter-skelter, so it's a fair assessment. All right, well, in the meantime, we'll continue counting everything out. So over the next hour, you go through every single item. Everything is there, but this mysterious toy that's disappeared. And at that point, her associate comes back out, and he's got his arms crossed. He's like, it's not in the back of the ship anywhere. It's possible it fell off when we were unloading or loading. And she looks to you, she's like, okay, well, you know what, we'll take the inventory, we'll just knock it off the invoice. Just tell your father that I'm really sorry. Won't happen again.
I mean, it doesn't look like much anyway, so I doubt he'll miss it.
Well, hopefully not. He was pretty particular about that one, but I'll talk to him if I need to. Just tell me he can calm me if there's any trouble. Okay. So at that point, she actually calls over just a local a worker, and all you do is the inventory. There's a local company that will bring it out to your shop for you, and she kind of whistles him over, and she's like, okay, it's signed for. Please deliver it to this address. And he loads up the cart and zips off in this little speeder, leaving you. What do?
It's burning a hole in my pocket, I'm not gonna lie. Especially that last comment about my dad being very particular about it. But it's too late. It's gone from the invoice. You know what? I've actually got plans to meet Dari right now. So, Dari? Dari?
Yeah. Daria.
It's a human name. I'm not very good at those. So I'm immediately going to head to where we're supposed to meet, which is actually a little outdoor cafe.
All right. So you are hanging around with your good friend Rho G. Rho G Poot. Rho G Poot. This is Rho G. For all those at home. This is Rho G. He's a bit of a rapscallion, this Rho G. And the two of you are sitting back, and he likes to play cards while you guys have... are you drinking coffee, or are you actually having some liquor of some kind?
I'm probably having some liquor of some
kind. So it's the middle of the afternoon, and you're having a few drinks on it's right in the high heat of Tatooine's yearly cycle. And there's a bit of a shade, but it's just absolutely beating down. Is your character like the sun?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
She doesn't like it.
All right,
but she doesn't.
So you're hiding out in the shade, and Rho G's got his back out because he's got the rays being down. He likes it, and he's got his cards, and it's not even that he wants to. He just likes to play, like, do magic tricks sort of things with his hands and tries to impress you. He's never done one that you haven't been able to figure out. So he's kind of shuffling his deck as he's talking. He's having a drink. And he just kind of pulls out and he's like, okay, pick a card.
Okay, can you stop with this stuff?
No. Trust me, I got it this time. This is a brand new one I've been working on all week just for this moment. So pick a card, please.
Okay, fine. I'll humor you. I take one.
What's your perception?
My perception is... it's good. I have a good perception. Okay, so it's 3 green and 1 yellow.
3 green and 1 yellow?
Yeah.
2, 3, and red. Oops. Try that again. I'm trying to figure out this stupid app. So he's got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and oh my god, okay. This is probably why he's never been able to fool you. Okay. So you take a card, and he's like, I don't want to see it. Okay. Now, so you pull a card. It's a 3 Rancor. Okay. So he says, put it back in the deck, and he shuffles it out, and he deals like a bunch out on the table, and slides one of the hands across to you. And he's like, I want you to take that. I want you to sit on those. All right. But before you do, take a look at the cards. Make sure that your card is in there.
Okay.
All right. So you take a look. Sure enough, it's there. This is better than he's normally done. Okay. Normally he gets that wrong. Because you see him slip cards, right?
Yeah.
But his hands are moving really quick.
Okay.
He's like, all right. He takes the rest of the cards, and he's like, I want you to take them and sit on them. Sit on the cards.
Okay.
Come on, Dari. Come on.
Listen, Rho G.
I've been working on this all
Normally,
week.
you're not allowed to tell me to sit on anything, but I'll humor you. Okay.
It's not like I haven't tried.
Yeah.
Come on, sit on the
Okay,
cards. All right. So he shuffles the remaining cards up, and he's like, I want you to cut the deck. So he slides the deck back across to you.
Okay, so I do.
All right.
Yeah.
Cut. Brings it back.
Yeah.
He flips the top card, puts it down in front of you, and it's a 3 Rancor. He's like, come on, you can pull the cards out from your butt.
So I do, and look
And
at
there's
them.
no 3 Rancor in there.
Oh, Rho G. I must say, you're getting a little better.
So he also has 5 disadvantages. So like he somehow pulls it off, but the disadvantages are that he's cheated. He's cheated somehow. He's somehow like cheated. He hasn't actually done a good sleight of hand. You're not exactly sure how he did it, but
I see a 3 Rancor on the ground next to him, and it's tied to a very fine. It's stuck to a fine piece of fishing line that goes up his sleeve. Almost getting better. And I look down on the ground.
so he's like, "Where's Yiri? I thought we were all meeting up for drinks or something. Where's she at?"
She said that it's an important day for her with family biz. You know her.
Yeah, well, I got something for us.
Oh, great. I'm a little hesitant especially after last time.
Well, you know what? That guy shouldn't have been in the toilet. That's all I'm gonna say. Everything else went according to plan.
Oh yeah. Okay. What plan? There was no plan.
There was one. It was building as we went along. But this is a good job. Trust me.
Okay.
But we need Yiri for it.
It was the perfect time for me to show up.
All right. So you pull up on a speeder.
Driving terribly.
Yeah, you're very slowly. Get your learner's license. And you pull up with this kind of loud, it's a kind of a growling engine, which is often used for hauling heavier goods. This is what your dad has lent you. It's the Crown Vic of the family.
Yeah.
And he kind of like, you actually hear her long before she gets there, and he's like, speaking of, and it's like, bang, bang, bang. Alright, so he looks back and he's like, there she is, Yiri, the woman of the hour. Have a seat.
Pop up that thing, park it very carefully.
Alright.
I don't want to ruin this, because I'm pretty sure I already pissed off my dad today. I'm gonna head over to them, grabbing whatever drink Dari has in front of her.
What are you drinking?
Well, they only, because we're still young and it's a young establishment, they only sell us like very, very weak alcohol. So it's a mixture of a type of fruit juice with a really watered down. It's like 2%. It's like a really crappy Radler. Yeah.
Either way, I'm gonna take a big swig of that,
Yeah.
that crap.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Well, I did my first deal. It went great, but I think I may have messed up quite a bit. But how are you guys' day going?
Wait. What do you mean you messed up?
You never mess up.
You don't get any heat on you, dude, because I've got a job for us. And if you got heat on you, we can't do the job.
She doesn't do anything to get heat.
I know,
Yeah, generally not. But there may have been something missing from the merchandise, and that may now be in my pocket.
you stole something.
I want to say it was an accident, but it was like a purposeful accident.
So it fell into your pocket?
Yeah, it was right up at the top. I didn't think anyone would miss it. It looked like a piece of crap. It's made of wood, for goodness sakes. And
I just might be the bad influence that I've always wanted to be. I can't believe you stole.
yeah, I think we can blame you on this one. Do you want to take the blame on this one? Because
Depends on how good the thing is. What'd you take?
well, okay, well here, this is
What is that
what it
piece
is.
of junk?
You stole that, and you're gonna get in trouble for. You're not gonna get in trouble.
Okay,
for that.
okay.
That's a kid's toy.
I know it's a Gamorrean soldier, but if
It's
you
a
look,
really, really old toy.
it's really old, yes. But if you look, there's like modifications that someone made to it. It could
Let me see that thing.
take a look at it. Come on.
Alright, so he grabs it and he's like flipping it around. He shakes a little bit. And he kind of slides his finger over top of the camera, or the little projector, and a light shoots up out of it, and a globe, looks like a planet, starts spinning around on it. He's like, hey! Hey, that's kind of cool.
See, not completely worthless. It's gotta mean something.
What? What could it
It's a
mean?
planet. Why would someone put a holographic image of a planet
To
on
amuse
toy?
a baby.
No.
Yeah, she's right about that.
Baby
He
toys.
clips the head back and hands it back to you.
Trust me on this. Baby toys look completely different. They wouldn't have a baby, a toy made of wood. They're not idiotic unless you're a certain species.
Okay, the only thing it's got on it is it's old. What do you think you can get for this? You're the antique family.
Oh, I wasn't gonna sell it. I was gonna keep it.
You're gonna get in trouble for something.
I didn't think they would miss it. It was right on top of the box, and generally they just kind of throw their stuff at it. But then Santa made a comment that my dad asked for this particular item, but at that point I was already in too deep, and I panicked a little bit. And I'm not as good as lying and deceiving people as you are, and I try.
Okay, I'm quick. Okay. I'm quick on my feet.
Very quick on your feet.
Liar, deceiver.
This is really the first time I've stolen something.
Yes.
And I think my parents are going to kill me.
Okay, you know what you need to do? Just put it back.
No, it's too late. They already took it off the inventory. And the inventory is on my way to my parents' warehouse already. And she's already probably making a comment to my dad about not having the item. And then I would have to get it back into the merchandise container. And I don't even know how I would do that.
Lesson for next time. When you take something that's a piece of junk and you're like, I could get in trouble for this and maybe lose my job, just throw it on the ground and be like, oh, look, it fell out of the box.
You should come with me.
Can
I have another swig of that?
Yeah, here you go.
Thanks.
I highly doubt that it's gonna come.
So Roach is like, this is all nice and dramatic, but I mean, you stole a toy. I mean, this is not the end of the world. Yiri.
You don't know my parents, okay? They see things very black and white, okay? They're very much about the California.
I've never met them, so I suppose that's true. But
justice for
I think you're throwing this going a little over the top here with this stolen
sure.
shitty toy that you have. This poodoo toy. Can't say shitty in this either.
Nor can you say poodoo at this table.
It's poodoo. So yeah, he kind of leans back. He's like, all right, look, I'm a little worried about you. You did steal this toy. Like, if there's people, your dad's gonna be mad about it, and this trader.
Right.
It's too much heat. What are we doing today? What are we doing with our lives?
I don't know.
Oh, you mentioned something about a job.
Oh.
Maybe if I do good on this job, my dad will be proud of me.
Not this kind of job.
Oh.
This is a Rho G job.
This is a Rho G job.
Okay. Maybe not.
So
more like your kind of work.
Well, it's actually, you know what? Actually, it's not my job. This is actually something that we can do for Boro.
Oh. Why isn't Boro asking me? Why did he go to you? He never...
I kind of threw you under the bus for the last job a little bit. He wasn't too happy about it.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, well, I gotta make good, alright? You know, I owe the guy like 300 credits, so I can't take the fall for that last job going bad.
You threw me under the bus to Rho G.
Yeah, but he likes you. Boro likes you.
Which means he probably saw right through that.
Okay, well, whatever. We'll talk about that later. It's a good opportunity, right? It's a nice simple delivery. That's all we got to do.
Why am I friends with this guy?
You know, I don't know. At first I thought it was you were really fascinated by little human card tricks, but then
he's like a...
I really don't know.
He's like a swamp mold. He just keeps growing on you, but you eventually want to scrub him off.
You can scrub me off.
Oh.
Come on, ladies, we're just kidding around. But seriously, you guys want to do a job? It's a simple delivery job, but I need both of you because
Yuri's not in on this.
She can talk the talk, and you can get us into places that I can't get into, and I'm the muscle.
Really?
I'm muscly.
We need
muscly.
Any job that requires muscle, you should probably stop right there.
I'm gonna have to agree with Dari on this one.
Okay, well, fine. I'm the guy with the job. I'm the guy on the inside. If you don't want to accept the muscle part of this physique, then there are other attributes that I have.
Okay, well, tell me the...
Wouldn't it be better if we just went to Boro? Because everyone knows that when you're making any sort of deal with someone, you always go to the man in charge, not to underlings. It's a sign of respect.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, but when's the last time you've gone to Boro? It hasn't been through me. I set up all those meetings. You think you can just walk up there and like go in and be like, hey, I'll take the job? Yeah, right.
Actually, every time you've followed behind me like a little puppy...
But that's because I set up the job. I'm a little intimidated by Boro. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little intimidated by him, but I line up the work.
And the majority of the time, you're kicked out of the room because you won't keep your trap shut.
Fine. You go ahead. You two, you want the job? I'd love to see you pull it off without me. I would love to see that
Well, tell me
happen.
what this job is. And then...
Nope. You go talk to Boro. You get it out of him. You guys are so certain. You know what? You guys are just poodoo friends. All right. So he grabs up his cards, stuffs them into his pocket.
Oh, there's some string on the ground. I think this might be yours.
That definitely is not. That guy's right there. And he points over to the guy and he kind of gets up and runs away. And at the string follows him.
And we just laugh and drink our drink. Oh boy. Rho G.
Do you think his job was actually legit? Because, I mean, I just stole something. If I'm gonna go to life of crime, I might as well go all out. So working for Boro.
Oh no, I don't think you have to go that direction yet. But it's worth checking it out.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm down if you are. I just don't want to go home right now with this thing in my pocket. I've never talked to my parents or my dad ever again. So
Wait.
let's go to Boro.
You don't have to take it home with you. You can stash it somewhere.
It's true. I could take it to the warehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents would never expect to find it in the warehouse with the rest of the items.
And what's more suspicious, you not showing up for dinner, or just showing up without the item?
I mean, I could use the same excuse I use every time I don't meet my parents and just say that you're a bad influence and that you told me that I should not go for dinner.
I want to stay on the high. I'm the general's daughter, good influence.
I'm pretty sure my parents think you're the devil's child. They don't particularly like you.
I wouldn't blame them. At least they have a little bit more foresight than most people around here. All right, so you know what? Let's go to the cesspool, known as the
Dowager Queen.
The Dowager Queen.
All right, so are you hopping on your speeder, heading over there? Or are you just
We're
gonna
hopping
walk
on my speeder and I'm driving.
All right. So you guys hop on this old rust bucket and bang, 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 boom, and it starts to hover up. And since you don't have any training in driving this thing for some reason, you just go very slowly through the streets, weaving through the vehicles and then the constant foot traffic until eventually you get to this old converted, almost rocket-looking spaceship that is 4 stories high. And this is a converted casino. They've turned this old wreck into a multi-level casino. And you know that Boro operates on the 4th floor, which is kind of where some of the shadier folks hang out in this casino. There is a large tourist attraction for the Dowager Queen in the main levels, but the 4th level is kind of where the locals go and where a lot of the low-level criminals would hang out as well. So you guys head in, and it's this giant open space as you gently park your vehicle out front and wander in, and it's like just full of lights and bright sounds, and it's completely different from the world of Mos Eisley. It's more modern, more futuristic, and on the far end of this casino, which is full of like slots and roulettes and all kinds of other kinds of gambling, on the far end you see the elevator which goes up to the next sets of floors. Are you going straight to see Boro?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't play any games unless they're in the street and they're rigged. So I'm gonna head
So
up
you
to-
head up to the elevator and up you go, up to the 4th level, and ding, tsh, the door slides open. And this is completely different lit. It has almost like a billiards hall style feel to it. It has low level of lighting, kind of these small lamps that hang all over the place, and there's tables that are kind of quieter, more private tables tucked away in the corners with not as many open tables. There's no like roulettes or anything like that. This is strictly cards, like sabacc and whatever other kind of like dice or card games that you would have. And you see Boro standing at the bar. The bar is on this raised up kind of dais that overlooks the rest of this part of the casino. And there's young human women that are working behind it. He's currently talking to one of the bartenders and getting a drink, and he's talking. It looks like he's laughing and having a conversation with them. This is Boro for everyone else at home. You guys already seen him. We talked about him before. And so, yeah, he's currently occupied as the two of you youngsters walk into this kind of seedy casino / bar.
This is perfect. He's in a good mood, which means that whatever deal we make with him for this job will probably be in our favor. We just gotta keep him happy, so don't piss him off. Probably don't mention Rho G.
You know what? You're doing really good. I'm gonna make a smuggler out of you yet.
No. Dealer, trader. That's what we're going for, not smuggler.
Yeah.
I'm already a thief. I don't want to be a smuggler. It's my title.
you know what? There's plenty of cool smugglers through the galaxy.
Right, name one. That's an alien.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I never thought of it that way before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
Or one that's a Calzor. You don't really see that a lot.
No?
We're quite honest people.
Interesting. Anyway, that's for another that's for another time.
Alright, so what do you do?
I'm gonna kind of make a signal at
So he's across, like he's all the way across the casino.
Okay.
So he's kind of at the far corner.
Okay, we're gonna walk up to
All right.
them. I'm like, just don't make eye contact with anybody around here.
So you walk up towards the dais where there's a couple steps that go up into this kind of section up with a railing bar area. And as you start to step up the stairs, there's a few people just kind of standing around. Looks like they're just having drinks and talking. And as you walk up, this really burly human kind of turns around and folds his arm, and you can see he's got a blaster pistol at his side, and he stands right in your way. Can I help you?
You know, you humans do come in all shapes and sizes. Want to talk to this one? You're
Kind of have to. Can you send your friend Boro there when he finishes talking to the lady over there? Message that his friend is would like him to hold audience with her.
Friend.
He knows me.
I know all of his friends.
He knows Dari. What is my name? He knows Dari.
Dory, apparently.
I am like Dory. I forget my name. He knows Dari.
Yeah, we've done work for him in the past. You should know us. Her.
You look a little bit familiar, but I don't think you're any friend of his.
Why don't you ask him yourself? Before making assumptions about the man who goes way back with me, by the way.
All right, you're gonna make a deception check.
Oh.
Alright, what's my difficulty?
No, I think we might have stopped streaming. So yeah, you have to make a deception check. You're trying to convince this guy that you go way back with Boro. And it's 2 difficulty, not 1.
Oh.
Wow, and I'm pretty good at deception, but not this time. I don't know, I'm off my game. So I've got 3 failures, yet I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 advantages.
So he just looks at you. I call Poodoo. And he's like, but I'll go talk to Boro. But you're gonna stay right here.
Okay.
And he taps a guy who's got his back to, who is just kind of like standing around near the staircase, and he's like, watch these two.
Because
don't like the way they're presenting. And the guy turns around and just basically another version of the exact same kind of guy as he goes further in. And you see him walk up to Boro, and he nudges Boro, and you can see it. Like this big lumbering guy's kind of blocking your vision a little bit, but you can see Boro turns and looks around. You can each make a perception roll to see what his reaction is to that.
Perception and what?
It's always based on.
Right.
This is different from the Supernatural game. It's always based on the same thing.
What's our difficulty?
1.
1? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go first.
Sure. Alright, that's a better roll. Okay, so I've got 3 successes and 1 advantage.
Okay, go ahead. And you don't have to use the dice tray either. If you roll at the same time, you can roll on your paper.
I've got 3 successes and 1 advantage.
So you guys both see him he gives this weird, like almost like grin. And he just taps the guy and kind of shoos him away. The guy comes back and he's like, alright, Boro will see you. This way.
I'm his girl Star Cycle. I can't say Girl Friday, but of course Boro will see me.
He wanders in and leads you towards Boro, and Boro stands up and He's got that grin on his face, and he's like, "So, you've decided to come and see me without the company of Rho G."
Are you surprised after the last job?
And he said that was your fault.
Of course he did. Come on, you know I'm a little bit more talented than that.
Dari's a professional. She would never screw up like Raji was implying.
Well, that's good, because that failed job cost me 300 credits. Which, as far as I'm concerned, is on your head. But, if it really was Rho G, which doesn't surprise me, then he can carry that burden for now. So what can I do for you ladies, exactly?
Well, I heard through the grapevine that, or the, what's it?
That's a way to insult Raji.
I heard through some sort of vine that you might have a job and you're looking for someone new. I would like you to give me a chance to prove it to you again. Provided that this job is worth our time.
Just the two of you?
She's new, but she's...
I think between our skills, between the both of us, we cover all the bases that you would need to complete a good job.
Well, we haven't decided that you're in on this yet, because I need to know how dangerous this is, and...
In front of him. Could negotiate, come on.
Well, the price goes up for me if it's a single person pulling this off. So we do need to decide who's going to be on.
It's going to need more than one person. Ideally 3. That's why I originally told Rho G about the job. Can't say I'm too impressed that you cut him out of the deal, but...
I'm worried that he's going to be more of a liability than he is going to be help. But let's just see what we're talking about here.
Yeah, and if we really need a third person, there's enough of you humans kind of rumbling around that we could find a third.
The problem is which human can be trusted.
We'll talk about that later.
So he looks over to you, he's like, Yiri, I know your family's a respectable, reputable company here in Mos Eisley, and you have access to certain areas of the docking bay that I normally don't have access to. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah, and we're also a very honest species. And so you know what? If we make a deal, I stick to those deals.
This ain't honest work, Yiri. So you gotta be prepared for that.
There's honest work and then there's honest deals.
Whoa. Before we discuss about stuff falling out the back of speeders in the future and you sign up for something like this, let's just talk about the job at hand.
Right.
There's a ship that's come in recently that I would like to procure.
A whole ship.
A whole ship? Why don't you just buy a ship?
Because I don't have to.
Okay.
It's going to need a little bit of work as far as changes of ownership, but you don't need to worry about that. All I need from you is for you to get the key fob for the ship and bring it to me.
Like steal a whole ship.
Just the fob.
Okay. Who's got this fob?
Well, this is going to be up to you to find out. The ship comes into landing in the next 10 hours. So your time to scout out the location is going to be in Docking Bay 52.
Damn, we might need Raji for this. He is an expert pickpocketer.
Alright.
It's just getting him in there without him screwing it up.
Problem is that's that region, that particular part of the Docking Bay is very tightly controlled by the freelancers. The freelancers, the Free Market Guild? Yeah. Those are off quarters to anyone, but it was part of the guild, and fortunately I don't have anyone on the inside for that, and they're very stringent about the types of people they let in, and I know you have access to that because your father and your family are part of that guild.
That I do. Do we have to steal it from him? Pickpocket?
It's the easiest way. You should probably not let somebody know that you've taken something if you don't have to.
Why does this job need 3 people?
We need to get in. And, you know,
maybe gotta steal the fob.
Maybe a surprise Imperial inspection might do the trick.
Please, we don't have any Imperial troops here right now.
Maybe just an officer?
No. No Imperial entanglements. There's a reason.
Well, you
I
shouldn't
have
be
worked
hanging
with,
out with me.
The
if you
reason
don't-
I've worked with you in the past is because you've given me the heads up when the Empire has decided to make surprise inspections. I don't want the Empire anywhere near this, do you understand? And if they're going to be around, I'd appreciate a heads up.
All right, Boro.
Right.
Say we do get this fob for you. What's in it for us? What's the payment?
I'll pay you 1,000 credits for the job.
1,000 credits for the key fob in your hand?
That's correct.
All right, do you have a deadline?
You're really good at business.
As soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
Lands in 10 hours, the quicker the better. You need to steal that fob, but you don't need to worry about the rest of the details.
And there's no other entanglements? No one else that you're hiring for the job? It solely will be under our contract?
The acquisition of the fob will be your job.
You also know who to trust and who not to. Good questions. Just really good. Okay, give us a name. Give us some names. Where are we going to start here?
I told you. I told you the docking bay number, and I told you that the ship will be landing in 10 hours. It's a quad jumper.
Surprisingly, there's not many quad jumpers coming and going. So, how old? Is the old one?
The age doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You'll
we're
know
not
it when you
stealing
see
the
it.
ship, we're
You're stealing the fob.
Come on. Just
I think it'll be a light crew, possibly even just one pilot.
Okay.
Will there be any additional security?
Not that I know of. Just the regular, what the guild would have there in this such a circumstance.
Right.
Well, I mean, I can get access to the manifest.
Are we splitting
that's
the
it.
1,000 credits 2 ways?
How
I
you
mean,
split
it's
it
only
is
fair.
not a concern to me, but that's the payment.
Well, Raji doesn't need to know that. Have you told this payment to? Have you told it to Raji?
Raji knew of the job, but I haven't told him the details.
All right. As far as Raji is concerned, then we're getting paid 500 credits.
Right, and
That's
Raji's
good.
out. You're not going to deal with Raji if you deal with us.
That's right. But you have to agree to the job. Do you agree?
1,000 credits. I think it would.
I'm a little worried about bringing you in on this one.
Yeah, but 500 credits would cover whatever tool that I stole.
That's
So
true.
I think I need this. I think I should do it.
Okay, we'll discuss if you're in on it, but yeah, I mean, I can pull people together. Yeah, I can do this. This sounds easy, actually. Fob, easy.
Good. Glad to hear it. You ladies make me very happy. I'm glad that we can strike a business deal. And he looks over and he snaps his fingers, and the guy comes over with a small case. It's actual paper money. He flips it open, and he's like, I'm going to give you 200 credits now. If you had any need of supplies, this is going to come out of your pay. He gives you the 200, closes it up, 800 on the rest when the job is completed, and I have the fob in my hand.
All right, I like it. We have a deal.
All right, so he reaches out, shakes your hand. He says, don't mess this one up.
Do I ever mess anything up?
Yes, you the last job.
That wasn't me. I keep saying it wasn't me. It's not my style. This will be smooth. This will be fast. Don't worry.
And he goes back and he starts to wonder, as he kind of just talks over his back, don't fail me. And he walks over to the bar, leans against it, starts talking to the bartender again and finishing his drink.
You know, this whole life of crime that you're all about, it doesn't seem that hard. I mean, you make a deal, you go do the job.
That's because this is a surprisingly easy one. There's a couple things that we have to work out.
Right.
I mean, usually I can pull my Imperial cred and kind of fake it and get into wherever I need to go. But this one's all actually your expertise.
Yeah, I
These are
think
the
this
dots.
time you might actually need me. Oh, what if my father finds out?
Well, what if my father found out about anything I do when I'm not in the academy?
That's true. You know what? Perfect reason again not to go home. We should go check out this dock. We could probably go find any records. He says it's landing in about 10 hours. So by that point, they probably might have already filed for permission to land. So there might be something on record that we could go check and inspect. And
Okay, so lesson number 1 is don't be too obvious about snooping around.
right,
Because then when we do show up, we're going to be pretty obvious. So, I mean, if we can look at a distance or we can get information from somebody else without actually making our faces known,
right.
might be a good idea.
So you would know, Yiri knows that there's a guild master that oversees the docking and like basically like the importing and exporting locally. So they would, and you know the guildmaster, like your family's dealt with them. That's a place that you could go to get that kind of information. And plus, there's also people that work locally in each of the individual docking bays that are like officers for that particular base. So they know that like that's their job. They'll sit there for an 8-hour shift as part of the guild, and they will any ships that come in, they will inventory and so forth.
You know, I might know someone who could help us.
See, that's how every job starts.
Right. You're gonna have to lie to him. Okay. Or if we lie about it, or do we tell him straight up? Are we gonna have to cut him in?
Okay, so first, try not to spend any money that you don't have to. Right. So if it takes a lie over credits, let's lie.
Okay. Right, I think you're gonna have to do the line.
Okay.
Okay,
so where do you guys go from here?
We're gonna go. I'm like, who is this guy? Where does he hang out?
You know what? He, looking at the time, he would be going on shift in about an hour, so he's probably hanging out nearby the docking bays. Probably just drinking. I feel like we could go to the local watering hole.
Good place to start.
You want to call it?
All right, so there's a place where a lot of the guild members that work within the docking bay system. It's just a tiny little like tucked away cantina, like half inside, half outside, and it's called Taki's, Taki.
Okay.
And it's run by a local woman. She's in her mid-50s, and she's loved by pretty much everyone, newcomer and people that come from out of off-world and on-world. She's very well liked, and she serves very stiff drinks and really spicy food. And you walk up, and sure enough, you see the guildmaster there. He's just sitting at the bar, and it looks like he's eating some just like a spicy plate of food, and he's got a non-alcoholic beverage. He's about to go on shift, apparently.
Yeah.
And this is what he looks like.
Okay.
Oh, another human.
Another human, yeah. And where's my notebook? Here it is. I need my pencil. His name is Oren. O-R-E-N. Guildmaster.
Okay.
And he is just kind of sitting there having a few drinks, and he's talking with some of the other guild workers that are kind of lower level, like either accountants or whatever, that are just about to like take the second part of the shift. It is a 24-hour system because ships are coming and going all the time. And what do you do? As you pull up and bang, bang, bang.
I I take off my kind of cool, what I think is like a cool jacket. Got pins and patches. Take it off, and I have kind of like a pack, and it is my more of like a blazer, and it's my training blazer, but it's it's more. It looks like an imperial officer, kind of just really flat black blazer, and I put that on and try to fix up my hair a little bit more presentable.
Boro said no imperials.
No, I'm not. I'm just a trainee, and it doesn't have any patches on it. I'm just trying to look a little bit more presentable. Okay.
Great. Now I just lied to Boro. Can add that so the
get
things
used
done
to
right
it.
today.
This is part of the life.
Okay.
All right. So he turns around and he sees there. Oh, Yiri, and he pulls up a stool. Please join us. You and your friend.
Oh, thank you.
Oren, so I don't know if you've heard, but my parents have promoted me.
I have spoken with your father. He did seem to hint that might be the case and that I should be on the lookout for it. So it's official as of today. Is that right?
Yeah, it's official.
Wow. You grew up so quick, you know?
Yeah, and there's actually a job that I have to do today in Docking Bay 52. That my friend Dari here actually knows more about than I am. She's just working with me on this one.
I don't want to impose or anything. It's just really exciting that Yiri is inviting me along. I don't know if we've met before formally. I'm Dari. My mother is actually the president of the. You probably know of her. It's at Enya Core.
Yes.
She's the president of the Commerce Guild.
It doesn't surprise me. She has such a fine, charming daughter that's Very nice to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you. I'm coming along because I'm really helping to just get an idea of what it's like. And somebody as yourself would really have a lot of knowledge about these things. I'm writing a little paper I'm in the academy, and I really want to understand the liaisons between the free market and working in the future with the imperial presence here, like my father, and just having this really wonderful connection. And I'm so excited to see the workings of this bay and Bay 52 maybe, because that's someplace that you're working anyway.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't want to get in the way or anything. I just want to.
Well, you better not get in the way. No, that's definitely important. You don't do that.
I'll take your lead. You won't even know I'm there. I would just love to observe in any capacity.
So you can make a charm check, and I'll give you 2 blue dice for the role playing.
Oh wow!
Look at your charm.
I'm like, this is the first character I've ever played with any kind of deception. I'm like, oh god, I have to try to charm. Let's see. So charm check.
Yep.
Presence. Right. Okay.
And it's 1 difficulty. There's no reason to suspect otherwise.
All right. So where's my? Okay, so it's all advantages.
How many?
But I got one failure.
You have 1 failure, and how many advantages?
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 advantages.
Okay, so he seems a little bit like he's like, okay, just calm down. Okay.
Too easy.
He's like, and I'm not entirely comfortable with involving someone in the Imperial Academy. With our operations, but I know Yiri, I know her family, so they're part of the guild, therefore, we can make the exception this time. But in the future, that's not something that we would like to encourage.
Oh, I completely understand.
The Empire is a little bit political, and we are a non-political entity. We are simply here to protect the company and the economics of this fair city. So just tone it down a notch.
Okay, I will. I'm so enthusiastic. And in the future, I would like to be the liaison that keeps the Commerce Guild's identity as this transition of Mos Eisley happens, with the Imperial Army. So the more I learn about you...
Very ambitious of you.
Yes.
Yes, well, I mean, you have a pass, so you have full reign to go within the guild's parameters. Just try to stay out of the way, and whatever it is business you have, just speak with the local organizers at whatever docking bay you need to be at, and just stay out of the way. That's fine.
But I'm new to this, Orin, and I want to be ready for whatever job my dad gave me, and he said to be at Hangar Bay 52.
Okay.
So I just want to be prepared, and he didn't give me a lot of details, so I just would like to know who I'm dealing with.
Oh, well, yes, of course. Well...
Because I think this is kind of a test from him, and it would be good to be prepared.
Yes, of course. Well, let me take a look at my manifest here, and he goes through and he pulls out his data pad and puts it on the table as he takes a drink out of his this dark drink on the table. Okay, so 10 hours. All right, so I will be on shift then. Yes, looks like we have a quad jumper coming in at 2200 hours, and he just kind of writes it down. Just makes a note of it. Looks like it's some kind of salvage ship. Just going to be 1 crew member. Dasan? Never heard of the guy before. Dasan, pilot, Captain Dasan. There's not a lot of information here about this ship. It just seems like it's being brought in for sale. Maybe for parts. Looks like it's an older ship, but it might just be salvage. Not exactly sure, but looks like he wants to deal with our guild.
Right.
So
nothing about the species, maybe for cultural practices,
No, it's not registered here. They might do that when they check in, when we check their identification. But right now, they've just registered that they will be here in 10 hours.
Okay.
So interesting. This is really like a spot where different worlds meet. It's wonderful.
Mos Eisley is a melting pot, as they say.
Orin, Thank you.
No, it's good to see you, Yiri. I'm glad to hear that you're stepping up in the world, and
Right.
I'm sure we'll be doing business together soon enough.
Yeah. No, I'm just so happy that my family's finally trusted me with this type of work. I can prove my older siblings wrong. Thanks, Oren.
So he nods and goes back to his meal, talking to his neighbor.
You're very kind with your time. Thank you.
I feel a little sick.
You do really well.
Right.
It's like you're natural.
Right. Oh, no.
Don't throw up until we get around the corner.
Of course, right.
And you take your mask off.
Yeah.
Or else it's just
Anyone got any helium?
Yeah, so you guys take off from there, and what do you want to do next? That took about an hour, so he's going to land in about 9 hours.
So we don't have a species, we don't know, we know it's one guy. What do you people do when this comes up? 9 hours to kill.
Maybe we can find more about this Captain Descent, since he's the one that's going to be holding the fog. Where's he going to hang out? Where's he going to go after? Maybe we don't even have to go.
He might have a profile with the guild. If he's dealt with them before, there might be records on him.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to see if I can sneak into Dad's office.
His name's not familiar to me, so I don't know if my family's dealt with him.
I'm going to see if he has any kind of record with getting into trouble in the past.
Right.
See what...
But I mean deals, our family logs everything, every merchant, every trader they deal with in case we do business with them in the future. We like to keep a log on them. But his name's not familiar, and I'm pulling up my pad just now of the information that I have with my family's dealings. His name doesn't pop up, but there are records I don't have access to. But there's nothing here yet.
Like, if he's been here before, then we might know who he...
Right. What if he hasn't been here before, then we don't have anything?
Well, makes it a lot harder.
Right.
Yeah.
So at that point we panic?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're getting there. Yeah, I mean, see what you can find. See if he comes here a lot. If he comes here a lot, then we can ask around about him.
We should go to guild headquarters. Yeah, I think guild headquarters will probably have, if he's dealt with them before, guild headquarters might have some knowledge, and we might have better success there.
Okay.
I'm just going on a fly here.
No, I didn't realize how useful you could be in these things. I should have brought you in a long time ago. But you know what?
I have always been useful.
I just wanted to keep you, safe from this stuff. I didn't think that you would suddenly steal something out of some sort of whim one day, and maybe want to slum it with us on the
It wasn't on a whim. Okay, it wasn't a whim, but I don't know what's happening to me.
It might just be that you've decided to have a little fun.
I don't know how you think this is fun. I've been stressed out the entire time.
It's called excitement.
Sure, this is super exciting.
It's a hell of a lot more exciting than learning crap at the academy all day. So, even if you...
Your vacation from the academy has gone on for quite a while.
They haven't put the word out yet that I haven't come back, but I'm waiting for my family to get word. I think I've got probably 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks of leave, and then when I don't show up.
So what are you gonna do then?
I haven't really thought that far ahead. I think a little best on my feet.
Right.
I might be having a go off world. But I didn't want to talk about that today because, it's a nice day, a little too hot, but we got a fun job.
Right, we can focus on my problems.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Okay, so I don't...
Space God.
Space gods.
Alright, so where do you guys go?
To headquarters? To
the guild?
Yeah, let's go to the guild.
Alright, so your mom's working there.
Oh, she works at the headquarters? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, yeah. But we have a reason for being there. So,
but you're supposed to be training right now.
Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to be training. You know what? You're on your own.
But what's the security like?
No, I'm on leave.
Would you have to sign in?
I'm not on leave.
You're on leave because you haven't gone in.
Yeah, but I asked for leave, so my family doesn't know yet that I'm not there.
You're in school. You don't get leave from school.
I was hoping I could take leave. Okay, never mind.
That's
Am I-
maybe
am I having to-
maybe
am I-
that's what you're telling Yiri.
Yeah.
You're telling Yiri that you're on leave.
But
You
I'm like-
are, but you just aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my family's gonna find out soon that I'm not going anywhere.
I mean, we can get in without your mom noticing.
Oh no, you're
Maybe?
No, this is didn't want to throw you in head first as quickly, but this one you're gonna have to do by yourself.
What?
You have reason for being at the
I don't even know what I'm looking for.
You do. You're looking for this dude. This guy. Space guy. It's just
Space
What if someone? What if I have to lie?
you're gonna have to lie.
I'm not good at that.
So try to stay away from my mom. But
Right.
if she sees you, you can just say you're doing biz.
Okay. What if she asks about you?
I'm at school. And you're to meet.
You're not at school.
Yeah, but
And if she asks me that, then I'm gonna have to lie.
Yeah.
That's not going well.
That's, a typical interaction with my parents is that you have to lie to them.
right.
Believe me, I've tried telling them the truth before. It doesn't go so well.
Okay. Well, if I get arrested, you're breaking me out.
I can do that.
Okay. You promise?
Done it before.
You're breaking me out, not Raji, because he would probably mess that up.
He's surprisingly good at picking locks. But, you know what, just...
Yeah, but you try like a magic trick probably halfway through the breakout, and then...
Okay, so if you do run into my mom,
Yeah.
here's a word of advice. Change the subject really quickly,
Okay.
and, practice with me. Don't answer any questions.
Okay.
So, I'm my mom.
Okay.
Oh, hi. She doesn't really talk like that, but it's like, what are you doing here, dear?
I'm doing a job.
Don't answer directly. Just say,
Okay.
thanks for my family. Oh, you look great. What is that you're wearing? Answer with another question.
Okay. Difficult, but okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Always change it, answer with a question.
Okay.
And just before she can form a, because she'll start, she's pretty good at narrowing things down. She'll start asking some specific things. Just talk about, what she's wearing. I know that she always tries to get the best, cloth and whatnot.
Are you guys you've already gone over to there, just outside kind of?
Yeah, we're outside. Yeah. Mention her hair. Just tell her that you
Hair.
Yeah, she's
Human hair looks the same.
Yiri? Dari? And from out around the corner walks your mom. And she's walking into the building.
Okay. This is on you, not me. You do that.
Oh, Mom, hi.
What are you doing? What are you doing out here?
Oh, I wasn't feeling very good, and I couldn't even drive myself home from the academy. So Yuri picked me up on her. She left her work and everything. She picked me up on the speeder. I haven't been feeling good, Mom.
Make a deception check. Is your mom someone who believes you, or is she someone that's very skeptical and thinks you're a bullshitter?
She's good, but I can get away with. I'd say not as gullible as my dad with my kind of pouting, but no, she's in the middle. Like she wants to believe the best, but she's a smart woman.
So
too.
2 difficulty.
Okay. All right. So 3 successes and 1 disadvantage.
She's like, well, thank you, Yiri, for taking care of my daughter, who's constantly sick, it seems. Get her home. I don't know why you're hanging out here, of all places, my place of work, and whining and complaining. It's quite embarrassing.
I was just hoping that I'd see you because we don't have any taco milk at home, and it helps my stomach.
And I had some errands to do for a job, so I came here to do them, and she was gonna wait outside while I came inside to do a job.
I saw your father earlier today, actually,
Did you?
and he was mentioning that he's given you a place in the family business. Is there anything I can help you with?
No? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes? Yes?
You should ask my mom because she can help you with these things. Don't be shy. Mom, your mom's so helpful. You love to help Yuri, don't you?
Right.
I will do what I can.
Yeah. Your daughter's a great influence on me.
Okay, well, I find that hard
Big
to believe,
influence.
but
Big influence
maybe
is probably
that.
a better term.
Oh, Mom, you're so funny.
I have to do a job with a Captain Dasan, And I was trying to be prepared before meeting him, and he's supposed to land here in about 9 hours or so. So I was just planning on coming to look him up in case he has any weird cultural customs that I would have
we can
to
see if he has a
do.
profile within the guild. That shouldn't be a problem.
She tries to be so prepared. She's trying so hard.
Yeah, I don't want to mess this up.
All right. Well, you know what? You need to go home, and I will help Yiri and see what we can find for you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So she leads you into the headquarters and leads you up to an elevator. It's a 3-story building, and take an elevator up, and you get into this kind of main area where there's a long hall with a bunch of offices on the side, and she has an office right at the end. She's the president. So she leads you right down this hall with all these other kind of high-profile guild members that are like the top echelons of the guild, and she goes right to the end of her office and has her name on the door with the president underneath it. And she sits down across the desk and she offers a seat, which there's a seat kind of in front of her desk, and she sits down and goes at her computer and starts typing in, and she's like, okay, so Captain Sun, let's see what we have about this person. Do you have any information about the job, or?
Just that he's landing here at about 2200 in a
All right.
Quad jumper.
A quad jumper, okay,
Yeah.
so she's making some notes. All right, well, let me take a look on the computer here. Oh, yes, okay, it is registered here. I registered early by the looks of it. Captain Sun has done work with us before. He's a wrecker, so he brings in usually derelict ships or ships that are, kind of on their last legs, and he'll sell them off for parts locally to a lot of the local traders that help the local farmer. You know how the business works.
Yeah.
So he's done a few jobs here and there. Seems like he runs a relatively clean, simple business. And he's quite valued here amongst the community members for the services he supplies to the locals.
Okay, so the locals know him.
Yeah, a few people do. Yeah, he works with some of the guild members here. He doesn't come here very often though, so it's
What's his species?
It's by his ID, and she pulls it up. He's a human,
Oh, human.
unfortunately.
Try not to be xenophobe. Sorry. It's hard not to be when you're surrounded by so many humans.
So she kind of leans across the table and is like, is there anything else that I can help you with?
Just does he frequent any local areas?
No, that I couldn't say. We just have his
No,
professional profile,
right.
and I don't know him personally.
Okay, yeah. I think that's it.
Okay.
That's really, I guess I'll have to go off that. And
Right. Okay, well, if you need anything else, let me know, and you make
Thank
sure
you.
that my daughter gets home.
yeah, of course. Take care of her. She takes care of me.
All right, well, that's good to hear. You guys have been
Yeah.
friends a long time, so.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
All right, so she stands up. She's like, come on, and she gives you a hug.
Okay.
She's a hugger.
Okay.
And she escorts you back to the elevator, and she says, take care, and
Yep.
off you go. All right, so you guys meet back up outside.
Okay. Captain Sun, he's human.
Okay.
And the locals know him a little bit. Comes here often, but hasn't been here in a while. And that's it. That's all I got.
All right,
I got
that's
nothing else.
a place to start. I mean,
Okay.
we can go to the busiest places, see if anyone knows them, and
Right.
try to work our way down from that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we go to the busiest pub by the docks there.
Okay.
And if no one knows them there, we can go to the market.
Okay.
People need to eat. People
Right.
need to trade.
Right.
Need to buy their necessities.
All right, so where are you going?
Mom's not home for another 2 hours. I don't know if I'm there or not. Let's head to the bar first.
Okay.
And then, see if no one's there, we'll head to the market.
Okay. You can also jump forward in time to, a couple hours if you want.
Okay.
You don't have to just play it out scene by scene. You can jump 4 or 5 hours ahead if you want to.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to do to try to, get more information, or you just want to...
Yeah, we were going to ask
Go to-
around at the...
At the bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
The busiest one that's just kind of almost
That'll
a
be right by the
tourist
dock,
trap.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just like...
Okay.
So if somebody doesn't know the place very well...
So there's
they
there's
wouldn't
a large chain cantina called the Sticky Wicket.
Of course
Ooh,
there is.
Sticky Wicket.
Of course there's a sticky wicket there. There's a sticky wicket everywhere.
And it's a large. It's kind of like the Chili's of space. They have Nacho Fridays,
Oh, God,
which
no.
usually turns into some weird sex show, but you've never seen it yourself. You've heard rumors.
bad.
That's an old joke from our other listeners. So it's kind of the place where everyone goes that doesn't know a lot about the local scene, and so it'd be a good place to kind of meet a lot of travelers, I guess. And there are locals that obviously here as well who do business deals and such, but it's mostly kind of a outsider's place. So you head there. It's the largest place next to the docking bay, and it's a 2-level sticky wicket.
Don't eat anything here. Save your money and save your stomach, because one of your 2 stomachs will be destroyed by this. It's disgusting. Anyway, we should ask one of the servers.
Yeah.
They're really peppy.
Right.
You're gonna want to punch one. Seriously, just wait.
Okay.
Okay.
Not gonna go punch anyone. No.
So you head to the sticky wicket, and there's a woman right by the podium, and she's wearing a really she's got a very perky attitude, and she's got a very classic uniform. It's red and she has dark slacks on. It's not flattering at all. It's kind of flared right below her hips, so it looks like she's got a balloon ass. It's very weird. She looked like she would actually be a very attractive girl, but the clothes are doing nothing to help her out. And she kind of looks at you, and she's got a little menu it's like a holographic menu. She's holding it. She's like, for 2?
Yeah, you know what? I'm not feeling very hungry, but let's just say that I'll spend what I spend on a meal just for a moment of your time.
I don't understand.
Oh, I just have a couple questions.
Oh, okay.
But what's your special right now? How much does it cost?
We have many specials on today, ma'am.
Okay.
We always have many specials at the Sticky Wicket.
Well, normally I leave a 2 credit tip, so how about I just give you I'll say food poisoning, and I'll give you the 2 credit tip.
Sure.
If you can tell me if you have a patron here that comes quite often, or becomes to town quite often. Have you heard of a Captain Desam?
Maybe. So she's gonna make a roll. She's like, yeah, I think I've heard of a Captain Desam. He hasn't been here for a while, though.
That's okay. He likes to come here?
He does come here, yes.
That's his favorite place to eat.
Oh, I don't think so.
No.
Not many people come here for the food.
What nights does he does he come here at night, or?
It's been quite some time. At least a half a solar cycle since I've seen him.
Okay. Yeah, he is. Okay. Is it I know you have that special nacho night. Is it for that?
We don't talk about that anymore. That's not company policy anymore.
But it still goes on, am I right?
I can't answer that question.
Here's another how to up your tip.
She's like, I'm just actually the hostess here. I don't really have anything that can help you out. I'm sorry.
Does he favor one of your serving staff?
I don't know. Maybe you can ask him when he gets here.
Oh, yeah.
He does have a reservation.
Oh, he does?
Yes.
For which night?
Tonight.
Oh, well, that is quite handy.
Yeah, what time is his reservation?
I probably shouldn't have told you that. That's against company
Oh,
policy.
but you see, we're old friends and I haven't seen him for a long time. And it's his birthday.
Well, actually, when he registered, it's actually not his birthday.
Oh.
His birthday is in 2 days.
Oh, maybe he's coming early for his birthday party. And I'm not going to be able to see him in a couple days, so I wanted to drop off a gift as a surprise.
Okay. Well, his reservation is for 22:30 tonight.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's right after he docks. I know he's getting in at 2200, so...
Oh, that's possible, yes.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I thank you so much for your help. That's great. I'll see you then. Don't let him know I'm here. It's your big surprise.
Okay.
Okay.
Exciting.
Yeah, I know you guys love birthdays here, so...
A lot of birthdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
This is what you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not all guns and glamour.
Okay, so know he's human. He's coming here. What do we do next?
Well, this is probably our first rendezvous with him, and hopefully our only rendezvous with him. Okay,
Right.
my question is, are we going to cut
Rho G?
in on this and just get him to bump him on the way to the washroom? It's simple. I can't do it the same as he can. He's been picking pockets on the street before he could talk.
This is gonna sound bad, and I kind of regret saying this. But do we have to cut him in on all the money?
No. We got paid 500. We're splitting it, and so because he's only doing a little part of the job,
Right.
he's gonna get. Okay, so we're splitting. It's a 250. So we'll cut him in.
Because we're getting 1,000.
Oh, he doesn't know that.
Right. Okay.
We're getting paid 500.
Oh, right. Okay. 500.
500. We're splitting it. Right. So we'll get 250 each.
Yeah.
We're gonna give him some of that.
Like 50.
We'll try 50. He'll probably want to go to 100. We'll talk him down to 60 credits.
Okay.
You get a business.
Thanks.
This is just put a little bit more lying in on that business.
Right. Normally I'm pretty straightforward.
Yes,
everything.
yes. That's why people trust your family.
Right.
And why you have a loyal following. But that's not this world.
Raji will see right through me if I try anything though.
Yeah, we'll just, you've been doing really good so far. Just keep telling yourself in your head.
I'm gonna answer a question with a question.
Answer a question with a question.
Right.
You're catching on. You're catching
Okay. So Raji, 2230, we're gonna get him to bump into another human.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. On the way to the washroom, maybe we'll comment on. He is so good at this. Honestly, he's not good at many things, but he can do this.
Okay.
All right, so you want to have him here at the cantina or at the sticky wicket to the time of the is that your plan is to meet this guy here?
Yeah. We're just gonna come. We're gonna come for drinks. We're just gonna have raw. It's simple, easy. I can't believe how easy this is.
It's easy.
Yeah, it's just a quick grab. All he wants is a fob.
Okay.
We don't even have to go to the loading bay or anything like that. So Raji is just going to give him a little bump on the way to the washroom. We're out.
All right, so fast forward in time till around 10ish, where you meet up with Rho G outside the sticky wicket, and Rho G, he walks up. He doesn't own a vehicle. He just kind of saunters up, and he's just got a card that he's kind of playing around with. He's always fidgeting with something, and he's got a card. He's moving a few of them between his fingers and putting them back into the deck with one hand. He walks up and he's like, I knew it. I knew you guys would come back crawling to me for help. I knew it.
Neither of us are crawling right now.
No, we're friends. We like to have fun together. It's, I figured that why not do this as a crew? And it's Yuri's first time. It'll be fun though.
A lot of firsts today.
Yeah. It's just super simple, man. We figure that you're not going to say no to a quick $50.
Well, I don't know what bucks are, but I'll take credits.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe is that like a innuendo? Like, I'll take $50 from you.
50 credits. It's like, and we'll buy you some nachos. How about that?
I'm not eating the nachos here. I've heard stories about what happens here at the sticky wicket after hours. I'm not into that.
Okay. Well, we'll have a couple drinks. You sit at a table. You bump into the mark, and you just steal a key fob. That's it. $50, man, and you get to hang out with these amazing personalities here.
Yiri and Dari.
Yeah.
Well, I can't resist you ladies, so, but I think at the end of the day, the truth is you can't do this without me. You may have got the job, but I'm impressed. I'm not gonna lie. You did manage to get to talk to Boro. That's pretty impressive. But you still need me to complete the job. Yeah, it's flattering. It's flattering.
Hey, you've got your worth. We've got ours, and you know what? The people in the city need to stick together. We need to help each other out.
And not throw each other under buses. Or real buses.
I don't think I've ever heard you be altruistic before, so I'm a little skeptical what's going on here. You, I believe. Yiri.
Just making a point. Maybe teaching you a lesson. That I don't have to stoop to your level.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean,
You're coming to me for help right now.
I really appreciate the way that you threw me on the bus to Daro. But I am...
Also known as Boro.
I'm so good with names. But you know what? I'm just showing you that I'm the bigger person and I am not holding any grudges.
So how much you paying me?
$50. 50
What's the cut? There's no way he...
Hey,
Well,
listen.
if this is a three-way split, then what is he paying you 200 credits for the job?
You pickpocket a trooper for like half a quarter credit.
That's definitely not true. That is not true what you just said.
Yeah, and a gum wrapper. So, I mean, okay, we're not getting paid much for this because it's literally just sitting there.
Fine. I'll take the 50 credits. What do you want me to do?
Just take the key fob. It should be in one of his pockets. You can spot it.
So I'm basically doing all the work.
You're doing one part of the
We've been
job.
tracking this dude down all day, guys. Tracking this. What's the name for dude in this world?
Dude's fine.
Dude. Okay.
We did all the information gathering. We acquired the job on our own.
We took it private manifests.
Mm-hmm.
It was seriously risky. So this part's just the gravy.
Calling me skeptical, but fine. I'll take the 50 credits. I'll get the fob, and then what?
And then you give it to us.
All right. He cracks his knuckles. Let me.
That is if you haven't lost your edge. If you can't maybe perform the quick sleight of hand like you used to.
Everything you say sounds dirty. He's like, all right, I'll take care of
And
it.
I think about that did sound dirty.
All right.
Try not to.
So you are you staying outside the sticky wicket?
No, we're gonna go have a drink.
Okay, you're gonna go in.
We're all gonna sit together. We're gonna have a drink. We're gonna watch the guy, and then he's gonna do his magic. Do the deed.
All right. So I got to make some rolls for Rho G. So sure enough, as you guys are sitting there having the drink, this guy walks in, and this is the first time you've really seen him. He looks like he's in his 50s, but he looks like he's had a bit of a tough life. He walks with a limp, and his back is a bit stooped, and he's got this dusty old mechanic's jacket on that's got tatters all over it, and he has he actually wears a belt with a few tools and some technical gear along the side, and he just kind of walks in. It looks like he's kind of grimacing a little bit as he walks in. It's kind of balding up top, but he still has longer hair that he ties into a ponytail at the back, and he sees the woman who was there earlier that you talked to and paid the credits to, and she's like, "Oh, hello, it's so good to see you again, Captain. Your favorite table right this way." And she kind of wanders over with him. And you want him to bump in as he's going to his table? Is that what you wanted?
Or just whenever he sees the opportunity, yeah.
Okay.
He's the one that's good at that.
So
Hopefully. So I say.
I mean,
Or he has me believe it.
all I see is fall out of all his magic tricks. So.
So as he's going over, Rho G bumps into him, and the captain's kind of like, "Oh, watch where you're going, young man. That's not very nice. There's a wide space. You could have gone in multiple directions. I don't know why you ran right into me. That's a little bit suspicious." And Rho G's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I just was looking at the pretty young lady next to you, and I lost my direction." He tries to quick talk his way out. You guys are a few tables down watching it happen. And he's like, he bows a little bit to him. He's like, "My deepest apologies." And he looks to her, just, "Start a tab for me. That drink will be on me. His first drink will be on me." And she nods and smiles at him. And Rho G, as the guy continues on and disappears around the corner, Rho G looks over to you and gives you a...
Well, you know what? I think we're done here. I'll just put the credits on the table, the paper credits, and then let's go.
Okay, perfect. We can hop on my speeder.
Yeah.
All right. So as you guys head out, Rho G meets up outside with you, and he's like, "See?" And he holds the fob. It's just a square plastic with a chip identifier in the center, and it almost looks like a crystal, but it's actually a data chip. And he holds it up, and he's like, I'm thinking I get 100 credits out of this job."
Come on, 100 credits. We made a deal beforehand. You cannot back out of the deal.
"Sure I can. I've got it in my hand right now. Maybe I just go deliver it to him myself. I wouldn't do it, but I could. I'm
Boro
honorable."
gave the job to us, and he promised that he would not let anyone else try to sideswipe this.
You know
one.
what? Let me just teach you another lesson about the street. don't negotiate with nimwits. And I grab his arm and I kind of twist it behind his back. Like, playful, I'm not going to hurt him. And I'm like, count to 3 and drop the fob, and I'll give you 60 credits.
So he's got his arm by his back. Fine. And he just drops it on the ground.
Swoop it up. Oh, can't believe this is worth all that money.
What do you think is so important about this?
Each of you can make a perception roll.
Oh, okay.
Okay, do you want to go first?
Yep. Difficulty?
2. You can roll. You can roll.
I know, but it's kind of fun to do.
So I've got 2 successes.
Okay.
I've got 2 successes, 1 disadvantage.
So as you bend down to pick up the fob, you see, kind of standing maybe about 15 paces away, as though they're kind of standing and watching you, see a Rhodian, and actually 2 Rhodians that are watching you as you bend over and pick up the fob. And how many successes did you two get?
I got 2.
2?
Yeah, 3.
Okay, so you notice more so.
Oh, 2. Sorry, 2.
Okay, so you guys both notice the same thing. Okay. They kind of, one kind of hits the arm of the other, both male Rhodians, and they're wearing just kind of like, I guess, kind of a space duster, and they are armed. You can see that they have a gun belt underneath their jacket, and he hits the one next to him and points over towards your direction.
Dari?
I'm seeing what you're seeing.
Yeah, are we supposed to have an audience? Is that normal?
Nope, I don't see why they would give any care to us.
Okay, well, they're pointing at us now, and I don't think that's a good thing.
I don't think that's a good thing either. I do not recognize these guys. Do you know them?
They start to walk into your direction.
Okay.
Slowly. They're trying to like keep it casual, you can tell. They're walking over. They're about 15 paces away now.
Rodney, do you have any other friends other than us?
I got lots of friends. Why?
Do you know these guys? Do you owe these guys money?
Do you know any Rhodians?
He was like, I owe everybody in town money, but I mean, it's not enough that someone's going to send people after me.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what these guys want.
We're gonna confront them?
We can leave.
Because I got my speeder right here. We could, make haste.
I can't fit on there. What are you, just going to leave me here?
You didn't run fast. You ran here, didn't you? I'm sure that's how you got here.
You too. Question why you're friends with me. I have the same questions for you. So
you love us.
He kind of looks over at them, and he's like, well, fine, if you're going to get on the speeder leave, I'm leaving now. And he starts to wander off. Do you pay him because you have 200 credits that you're paid up front, right?
Yeah.
Do you pay him the 60?
Yeah, I'll slap it in his hand.
Okay, so he
Good
takes the
job.
money, puts it in his pocket. We'll see you around, and he starts to walk away. So you can hop on the speeder?
We're gonna hop on the speeder.
Okay, so as soon as you head over towards the speeder, one of them, the one on the right, says, grab her before she gets away, and one Rhodian starts running towards him, and he's reaching for the blaster on his shoulder. You're not, or on his holster. You're not exactly sure who he's coming for. He's coming for one of you.
Oh no! I'm like, you're
Sorry?
stuck. I was stuck behind the speeder, and then I'm gonna reach for my blaster.
So you guys are both behind the opposite side of the speeder.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right.
the speeder's between us and them.
Yeah.
All right. So you kind of slide over, duck down.
Yeah.
And he runs out about 10 paces and then stops and says, he's got his pistol out, and he says, all right, no need to get hurt here. Just hand over the artifact and you're good to go.
Artifact?
We know you have it.
Oh, this is you! This is you! Oh, I'm so excited. This is your first time you're gonna try to get us killed. This is great.
I don't know what artifact you're talking about.
The Gamorrean soldier.
The kid's toy? I mean, no, that's not like me. I wouldn't admit it. I'd be like, I don't know.
So your heads are just kind of barely peeking over the top.
I don't have that.
You've made some powerful people very upset with your thievery.
How do they know I stole it, Dari?
The kid's toy, you gotta be poodling me. This is ridiculous.
Throw it over and we'll let you walk.
No. This is worth something. This is worth something.
What?
Why don't you come over here and get it? I need to make sure that you're not going to kill us.
Can we make a deal? Can we make a deal with them? Is that something we should do?
No.
The deal is you throw it over, and me and my partner here don't shoot you dead in the street.
I like that deal.
I don't think you're aware of who I am. You can't just shoot an Imperial officer's daughter in the middle of the street and expect to live for even an hour after that. Or even get off world.
He fires a shot that goes right above your head.
Oh.
Watch me.
I'm like,
oh, my space god.
I'm like, oh, my space god. Oh, no, he didn't. And then I pull my blasters.
All right.
Yeah.
And you pop out with your blaster and you're going to fire?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Take your shot. You're going to have to make a cool check because you both know that there's potential for combat. So this is just a cool check.
Okay.
Just one of you roll, whoever has... I'm going to say you're initiating it, so you have to roll it.
Okay, so it's a cool check. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let me find a card.
And what's the difficulty?
There's no difficulty, just however many successes you get.
Okay. Good. 2 successes, 1 advantage.
Okay. What is cool based off of presence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so you get to act first. So you just drop up and fire with both your blasters, or are you just firing with one?
Should I play the odds? I always play the odds. I don't know if I really gain those skills very much. Okay,
So right now it's like a 1 difficulty because he's like he's only about 10 paces away.
I'm gonna play the odds. And
so it'll be 2 difficulty if you're using both.
Yeah.
So this is a ranged light attack.
All right. So 2 difficulty and range light. Sweet. Okay. All right.
So what's your agility?
My agility is 3. And I've got a skill.
1. So it'd be 2 green and 1 yellow, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on. All right. So that cancel. Okay, so those canceled. Oh, I need 2 successes.
No, you need 1 success to hit with your first gun, and then you need 2 advantages left over.
My advantages are gone.
Okay,
so I can't hit with my second. So I've got 2 successes.
All right, 2 successes, and your gun does 5, right?
My gun does 5, yes.
All right, so you hit him, goes off his shoulder, and it opens up. You can see his jacket is actually like a very heavy jacket, and all this kind of interior lining explodes and comes off of his jacket, and he staggers back a little bit. He's like, "Oh, you little bitch!" and he fires back on you. So this is you go back and forth in initiative.
Okay.
You have cover from the speeder.
Yeah, that's good. End up not going well.
Cover does.
So he has.
I have a sheet.
So you have 1 for cover. Okay. He takes a strain because he takes that wound, and he's caught off guard, and he's surprised at the fact that you just drew out, shot him, and wasn't expecting that. So he fires back, and as you try to duck back under, he hits you for 8 damage, but he takes a strain.
Whoa.
He is a crack shot, and he fires back on you. It hurts. So you get your soak. So you take 6, I think. All right.
Not a strong one. Okay.
All right. So he staggers back, fires really quickly, and you see Dari, and the blaster bolt hits her, kind of in the same area. It would have probably hit her in her head if she was like just standing up a little bit higher. And she drops next to the cycle. It's your action.
Okay, I'm pulling out my little holdout blaster.
Yeah.
I'm taking a shot at him.
All right, so you pop up and you go take a shot. So this is a ranged light attack.
Okay. That would be, what am I rolling?
So agility and ranged light.
Okay.
So your agility is 2.
Yeah.
And do you have a ranged light skill? I don't think you do.
No.
So you're just rolling 2 dice and 1 difficulty because he's just standing out in the street.
Oh. So I have 1 disadvantage.
All right, so you actually take a strain. You take a point of strain because as you pop out, you can see that Like, your friend just shot him. You've never been in a gunfight in your life, and all of a sudden, as you take your shot and it just completely misses, you realize that it takes training to use these things. You've carried it for self-defense, but you've never shot it. And it just goes and completely misses, and it starts to bother you. So mark down 1 strain.
Okay.
And do you know where strain is on it? Yeah, there you go. So it goes back to their action. The other Rhodian starts to run over, and his whole action is he runs and he leaps over top of the speeder to get in behind you. So he's going to make an athletics check.
I did not expect it to go this way. I thought maybe this job could go sideways, but oh man, this is not how I was going to plan my day. At least Mom's going to believe that I have a stomachache now.
It's made of wood.
All right,
Why is this so special? It's made of wood.
So the guy runs, he kind of pushes past his partner, and you guys are peering over the top, and he runs and pushes his partner out of the way, and he's like, let a professional handle this, you moron. And he jumps up, there's a slide over the bike, and he trips, and he just falls, like he kind of hits his knee, goes up in the air, and goes head first back into the ground on the other side of the speeder. He's like, ah, god damn it! And he's kind of stunned for a couple of seconds as he crashes on the other side.
Okay.
It's already time to
turn
shoot
over.
him.
All right, I'm not gonna double, or what do you call it,
Dual wielding?
Yeah, but what is it called?
So they're like one's right on the other side of the speeder, and the
Yeah.
other guy is like still standing about 10 paces back. And he's walking forward, clutching his arm. What do you do?
Should I play the odds again? No, I think my odds are done. I'm just gonna, because my one arm is hurt anyway, so I'm gonna just single-handed.
And this is where you notice that people all around the area are screaming and running for cover because there's a full-on fight going on in the middle of the street right now.
That's unfortunate.
I'm gonna shoot the one that's down.
He's on, so you're gonna pop over the side and shoot straight down?
Oh, no, I didn't know he was there. Okay, I thought he was on our side.
No, he ran and tried to use his foot to jump up over, and he just totally slipped and fell on his head.
Okay, I'm gonna pop up and hit the one that I hit already.
Okay.
And this is just single.
Same difficulty, 1 difficulty.
Okay. Alright. Okay, 2 successes.
And just everything else is cancelled out?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 7, so he takes 5. Alright. So you hit him in the gut, and he's like, oh, and he staggers forward a little bit more, and he drops down to his knee. He's pretty badly hurt. And he just slowly raises up his gun. He's going to fire back on you.
Can I fire my little pea shooter after this?
Mm-hmm. That's
Do
what I
something.
Do something.
All this for just a little wooden toy.
It's like...
Oh, man, he hits you again.
Oh.
But this time as he fires, he's staggering forward, he blasts you and hits you dead center mass. He does 9 damage to you. I rolled 4 successes.
Whoa.
But his gun, you hear go... And it powers down. He had it overpowered and overheated, and his gun is now useless.
7. Oh, so I'm down.
So she takes a blast full center to her chest, and she drops, kind of slumps on top of you, Yiri. What do you want to do? The other guy starts to slowly clamber, so you see his hands kind of pull onto the seat as he's about to get up.
And at this point in time, all I want to do is just really grab you and go very fast, far away. The other guy's right there, so...
She's kind of slumped on you, half slumped on the seat of the speeder.
You know what? I cannot handle myself in a gunfight. I'm going to grab Dari, and I'm going to climb up on the speeder, kind of pull her over on the back, and try to start it and get out of there as fast as possible. All
right, so you slump her over as your action and hop up onto the speeder and bang, bang, and you start to fly away. And as you start to take off, you pass kind of in the central part of the street as you just take off in one direction. You pass an Imperial patrol that is going to see what's happening. This fight broke out very quickly. It happened over the matter of seconds, but everyone must be calling it in. And there's just a troop that was nearby, and there's 4 of them just kind of running over, stormtroopers running over in the direction of where the firefight was as you take off on your speeder. Where do you go?
I'm heading for the space dock.
Okay.
I'm heading far away from the troopers and in the direction that the Rhodians came from.
Okay. All right.
Really, looking at the map, I don't even know where that is. Really, I'm just heading in the opposite direction, away from all the firefighting.
Okay, you can go pretty much in it anywhere you want. You drive a couple streets away and then pull yourself into an alley, and she's still laying there unconscious. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna make sure she's okay. I'm way out of my depth here.
Yeah, you're probably panicking a little bit.
Yeah, panicking quite a bit.
I'm actually gonna.
Dari,
you need to
wanna
make.
wake up now?
She's still unconscious. You need to make a discipline check.
Okay.
Which is a will-based check.
Mm-hmm.
And your difficulty is 2 because you've never been in a... In fact, she's probably never been in a situation like... She's probably only fired guns. It's mostly for show.
Yeah.
Like, she's trained with them, but she probably never shot anyone before.
Well, I have 1 failure and 2 advantages.
Alright, so you manage to get that strain back. You take the time to calm yourself, but you can't... You're overwhelmed with the situation, and so you're now kind of panicking a little bit. Your friend is really badly hurt. You're in an alley about 10 blocks away from here.
Dari, now's the time to wake up, okay? Now's the time not for sleeping. Just, Dari, can you wake up?
Like I have X's on my
Please
eyes.
wake up.
Alright.
I do. I start going through all my pockets of what I have. I'm looking at my data pad. I'm kind of panicking a little bit.
So this is where you can use some of your light side to say that your father sent you with a med pack or something like that.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to do that.
Okay, so flip it over to that side, yeah.
I'm pulling out a med pack and I'm going to use it on Dari.
Okay, so this is a medicine check.
Which I do not have as well, but I'm going to do to the best of my ability.
Yeah, neither one
So
of
you
us.
don't get that great, but you get a blue dice for the med pack.
Okay.
It's a pretty good one. And she's pretty badly with, so your difficulty's 3.
Okay, oh. Now is the blue added on to the green 3? Because I have 3 for intellect.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got... Oh, wait, no. 4 successes.
Holy smokes.
And 1 disadvantage.
So you heal 7.
Okay.
You get 3 plus the number of successes. And how many disadvantages do you have left over?
1 disadvantage.
Okay, so you take another strain as you panic and try to get your friend. You put it's basically a back to bandage on the blaster wound in her chest, and it injects her with adrenaline, and she wakes up, and you feel your ribs are really badly bruised, but your skin is burned. But this back to bandage it should heal it over time.
Holy Spaceballs! They're shooting at us! Holy shit!
Holy poodoo!
Holy poodoo Spaceballs!
Great. Dari, now is the time for you to take charge over what's going on here.
What?
I got us away. Don't know how. Don't know how they didn't shoot us.
Are we dead?
Anyway,
dead? This is not the way I want to die.
We're alive, and they wanted this stupid piece of wood. And Dari, I don't know what to do. They wanted this thing.
I don't even know what I did in Space Karma Force Karma for this to happen. But I've done a lot of bad things, so I'm not surprised.
Right.
Okay, we need to get to... You know what? Let's go to... I know they've got a back room. Let's go to... what's it? The Boro. The casino.
Boro's?
Yeah,
Boro's
he's got
casino?
people...
Okay.
So
it's going to cost us credits, though.
At that point, your comm starts to ring, Dari. You get a beep 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 on your comm.
Hello? No. He's hello? So,
It's apparently a tiki bottle opener.
That's calm.
Thanks.
So you hear, Dari,
Yes?
where are you right now? It's your dad.
Oh, Dad, I'm really not feeling very good.
You better not be. I've just heard from one of your instructors that you have not been at the academy for the past week.
Can you hear he's talking loud enough?
You do know what you signed up for. This isn't just class. You have enlisted in the Imperial Academy. You have gone AWOL. I can't protect you anymore. They're coming to arrest you.
Daddy, I'm sorry.
I can't protect you anymore, Dari. I am sorry. you're gonna have to pay for it. You're gonna have to learn somehow. You can't just cut and run from the Academy and from the Empire.
And I'm like, I wish I could explain it, but I have to go. And I'm sorry.
Dari, don't you run. You will only make things worse.
I'm sorry I've disappointed you. And then I hang up.
Dari, what did you do?
Kind of went AWOL from the Academy.
From the Imperials? You went AWOL from the Imperials?
I was gonna tell you eventually.
This is huge! This isn't something you just keep a secret. I'm your friend.
We gotta get out of here. I really need some medical attention.
We got people trying to kill us. You're on the run from the Imperials, so they'll probably try to shoot us if they see us instead of helping us. And you know, the Rhodians after us, after this stupid piece of wood. And
do you know somewhere where we can go? Where I don't know where there's medicine, like maybe Boro.
Boro?
No,
Rho G might have something.
I don't know if we should tell him.
You get another call on your comm.
I don't know.
I knew this popular. This is not a good time to be popular.
So, guys, they're following me. What exactly am I supposed to be doing here?
Roger, get out of there.
Yeah, they just shot us as Rho G, so you might want to
Yeah, they're.
run really fast.
He's like, oh, they're running after me, and he starts picking up his speed. What's going on? What have you done? Who are these people?
We don't have time to explain, but they'll kill you. Get out of their blaster
And here,
sight.
he's like, they're firing at me! You bitches have got me into this! Help!
Run, hide. You're good at it. Go.
With that, we're gonna take a quick break, and then we'll come back to the story and finish the last section of the first adventure. We'll be back in 5 minutes, everyone.
We're in a pickle.
Just a quick 5-minute break before we wrap up this session. So, just a quick summary. Yiri and Dari. Yiri stole an item from a trader that her family normally deals with, and it seemed to be a rather, kind of small, unimportant item. A little toy that has some weird quirks to it, and it turns out that item is being sought after by somebody else. 2 Rhodians have hunted her down and have opened fire and wounded Dari, and you managed to escape by the skin of your teeth. And you also Dari got a call from her father saying that they have found out that she's gone AWOL and that she's to be arrested by the Imperial Army for being AWOL, which is a pretty heavy offense. Not a good thing to be. And they also found out their friend Rho G is being chased by those 2 Rhodians, and they've opened fire on him. They don't know what his fate is. So let's wrap this up, shall we? What do you do?
We can't take you to a clinic. If we take you to a clinic, the Imperials will arrest you, and then we'll probably get taken somewhere dark and scary.
I know. I don't think we can even go. Everywhere that I know is going to cost us more than we have. And I don't think we should go to Boro. I don't know. I can't trust them to not turn me in because there's probably a bounty.
Anyway, my parents, they'll do whatever they think is right and good, and they'll probably just turn me in because I stole the artifact, and they'll make me give it back, or
Where the hell
where did we go? Why did I even listen to you, Dari? This is a stupid idea. You should really have stopped me from doing anything today.
You know what? My life has been a stupid idea.
What do we have for supplies? We're going on my pockets. We got this stupid artifact right here. We got the key card for the ship. That's gonna go right here.
You have 140 credits.
We got 140 credits left over. I think you have about some credits here in my side bag that I still haven't spent from today.
I got a chance cube.
Right, great. We can roll that and figure out how we're gonna die. Do we head straight to the Imperials, or do we turn around and go to the Rhodans? Red for Rhodans, blue for Imperials. Might as well roll it now. We can figure out how we die.
Oh my god, when you start panicking, it's actually pretty funny.
Okay, Dari, we're really gonna come up with a plan here.
Okay, when we were little kids, we used to be able to, come up with amazing pretend plans to find treasure and things like this. We just gotta not think about, okay, what would we do? What would we do if we had no other choice?
I mean, like right now, Isn't this normally with Pyre where one of us would go run away to a sand dune and make their own little colony and, almost like a little sand igloo?
Let's make our own colony of cool people.
Right.
Can you become a colonist? Can we sign up somewhere? Do they take injured colonists?
I don't think that'll work out here. Everyone kind of knows where we go.
We need to go where no one knows us.
I mean, really, if one of us was crazy and has to try to fly the ship, we could take this key card and go out there. But that would be stupid because where would we go? We wouldn't even know how to pilot a ship, and
we have a ship.
Right.
Do you know how to fly? You've been flying your speeders and stuff, or combat. You can drive, kind of.
Yeah, it's similar, I'm sure, flying a speeder and a spaceship. They're like the same thing. People do it all the time.
So you're just punching a bunch of numbers.
I'm good with navigation. That's like piloting.
Yes.
We could do that.
I mean, I know how to do coordinates from training. Oh,
Perfect.
Okay, this is crazy. We have a ship. You know how expensive ships are?
We can't sell it here. But I know a dealer, someone that comes in, they have a base on one of the other planets. Maybe we could take the ship and sell it to them, and then we can contact our families when they're safe, and maybe we can deal with this whole problem far away in space.
Far away
in space.
Okay. Maybe there's medical packs.
Yeah. I think you're okay for now. Like it looks like it's patched up. Let's just. Okay, here, hop in the speeder, hold on tight to me, and let's head to the docking bay 52.
Okay.
Let's go see if this keycard even works, because you know what, with the rate our luck is going at this point in time, odds are it's not even going to work. It's probably going to be a fake.
I don't know how we're going to get to the ship, but...
Just hold on to me, we'll take my speeder, it'll be fine.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys hop onto the speeder and you clutch onto Yiri as you take off towards docking bay 52. And are you just... What about Rho G? Are you just leaving him to his fate?
I'm going to try to call him on the back of the speeder.
Okay, so you guys are going along the street in the speeder. And you can hear, he answers, and he's like, "Come and get me! I managed to shake them off, but they're still trying to find me."
Where are you?
Well, I'm not too far from the docking bay where you guys abandoned me.
Meet us there.
Which part? It's huge!
Docking bay 52! Tell him to meet us at docking bay 52!
Be inconspicuous. Well, doesn't matter. We're coming in full speed. Go to hangar bay 52.
Alright, I'll see you there. Click. Alright, so you get there and you pop out, and there's almost like an arena. There's an outer area where everyone enters through different points of access, and then you go into this inner circle, which as you go in, it's exactly like a stadium. There's different paths that go to the different docking bays. And as you kind of go around, you go into the main entrance, and then it has 50 to 75 that way, and then this way. So you guys just kind of veer to the right, and as you come around the corner, you can see that captain is standing there talking to the local officer, but he's they're against the other side of the wall, so they're not standing in the hallway leading to it. And he's talking to the guy as you kind of run into the building. And
you say officer, do you mean guildmaster? Or
yeah, one of for the guy who monitors that station, that particular docking bay 52, and he's talking with him. He's like, "Well, I can't. It's been an hour, and I'm really worried. It's the fault for my ship, and you're sure I haven't been able to find it. You haven't seen it anywhere in the building." And the officer's just taking notes in his data pad. And he's like, "Look, Captain, I will make sure that if we find anything, I will report it to you as soon as possible, and we'll take care of it." So they're having a full conversation. What do the two of you do? At that point, Rho G runs up behind you and he's like, "Oh, okay, what's going on?"
Hopping up the speeder, grabbing Dari, helping her over.
Yeah.
We're gonna take the ship. It's our only way. We're gonna take the ship.
Alright, we're stealing a ship. Let's do it.
We're stealing the ship. Do you know how to fly?
No.
Okay, perfect. You're right in the same boat with the rest of us. The captain's right there. We need to distract him. If he sees us go in, he'll probably call the guildmasters and everyone, and we'll be right back where we started with nowhere to go.
So he looks back and he's like, "Oh, they followed me!" And he points down that way, and the Rhodians are pushing their way through the crowds.
Raji, you had one job, was to lose them and run fast.
I make a lot of noise when I run. I'm a little out of shape.
Let's go. Let's just go.
Okay, so you go and you go right past the officer and this captain, and I'm gonna make a quick check to see if he spots Rho G.
Stop it, Rho G. Ruining everything. Why are we taking him?
I don't know.
He's a fun guy.
I just don't want him to get killed.
Yeah, that's true.
So the one shot.
It's kind of like my
So you guys kind of duck past and go into the corridor leading down into Docking Bay 52, and you can hear kind of far behind you, "Hey, stop!" And they start, it's not the captain, it's the two Rhodians, and they are pursuing and they're running down the corridor. As you go towards the ship, who has the fob in their hand? You do?
Me, yeah.
Okay, do you know how to use it to get the ship going?
Wow.
You
I
can
know how to use it?
No.
I'm beeping now.
Well, you can make a space piloting check,
Yeah.
and this would be,
You
instead of
know,
agility, it would be
right,
intelligence.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Or a mechanical roll, too. I guess either would work.
You mean mechanical?
Either one.
Well, neither one helps me, so what's the difficulty?
1.
Hopefully Rho G has a mechanic.
So I have 1 disadvantage, but 3 successes.
All right. So you just, as you're running towards the ship, you look at it, and despite the ship being like kind of a pile of junk, this is a pretty modern fob, and it actually will have basically almost like a Bluetooth connection. Once it's in range, it will automatically recognize it and unlock the ship. So as you start to get closer towards it, you hear the ship kind of powers up, and the entrance ramp at the back slowly lowers, and as you start to go towards the ramp, Rho G's kind of running, and he's like, "Oh, they're right there!" And the two Rhodians are starting to run down the corridor. They're about 30 paces behind you, and as you duck in to run up the ramp, they are going to get off a shot. Do you want to try to return fire, or do you want to just run in? You'd have to stop and fire.
No, I'm going to try to run in.
Okay. So I'm just going to make a random roll to see who. Actually, you're in front. You're in front, and are you or Rho G next?
Well, should I roll for it?
I'll just roll between you and Rho G because she would go in first. So you are green dice, he's purple. Whoever's higher is.
Okay.
So it's a shot at you.
Oh, great. Yes, it's 2 broke alien girls.
It's
2 broken alien girls, yeah.
So the shot, just he fires one shot and you hear as it goes right past your ear. You hear this whizzing in the heat as it goes right past your head, and you run up into the ramp. They're still running and pursuing.
How far is Rho G behind us?
Rho G was in front of her. He actually got in before.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's already in as you guys run up the ramp, and he's yelling as you're running up towards the pilot seat. He's like, "Get this thing going! Get into the air! Let's go!"
Okay, I'm gonna just jump on the pilot seat. No way I should be in there. I'm gonna kind of press a couple of buttons just to try to close the doors to the ship.
So this is the ship that they're in, is the quad jumper. And you can see kind of closer there.
You have piloting skills,
I
right?
do. So I'm going to try to jump in the co-pilot seat and just start plugging. I've only done a simulation of this. I start trying to plug in coordinations,
Okay, so you
planetary.
All right, so you all you need to
Not planetary, sorry, space.
You can start planning your space jump, but right now all you need to do is piloting. So the ramp starts to close up, and the ship kind of bounces up off the ground a little bit, and it's hovering, and you can hear the kind of this roar, and there's kind of a weird clanking sound in the engines too. Not a good sign. And it starts to hover.
Your speeder.
Sounds just like my speeder. Right at home. Okay.
So you need to make a. This will be a. I think this is a planetary piloting.
Really, I should be the
Chat, let me know. That could be wrong. I feel like it's because it's a spaceship. I don't know. We'll just say it. Just roll your piloting space because this is not a speeder. You're actually flying a spaceship right now.
Okay. Difficulty?
So are you punching it and just flying out as fast as you can? You can already hear and shots hitting the side.
I'm panicking, so I'm punching it.
Okay, so 2 difficulty.
Exciting! 2 failures and 2 advantages.
All right, so the ship kind of like you think that you've got like you've never flown a quad jumper before, and it's quite different. It's a heavy, it's a shipwrecker. Like it's basically what they use to hauling like heavy things around. So it's really bulky, and the controls are weirdly almost reversed to what you're normally used to. You've flown with your dad in small trading missions locally in the Outer Rim, and you drive a much lighter freighter. This is like a heavy industrial hauler, and so you punch it. And you think you're going up, but you go straight forward. And you hit the wall, and a whole bunch of the stuff, like the wall stuff cracks and crumbles, starts falling in. And you look down, you can see the Rhodians are like firing. Like you can see looking down to the port, they're firing at the window. And they actually have to dive out of the way because all this debris starts falling down from on top of them. The ship is actually going to take damage from that. So you have a ship log there.
Yeah, we do right here.
So your ship takes 2 wounds, essentially.
Okay.
I think it's hull or damage or something.
Maybe hull trauma?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get a bit of a... there's no crack or anything in the glass because it's heavy duty, but there is, like, you can see it's bent a little bit. Some of the framework of the actual cockpit is bent inwards because you just crash straight forward into a wall. You can make another piloting check as they continue to fire off.
Is it possible to hand over main piloting controls over to Dari at this point in time? Or will I continue?
I think we're the same.
No, I have nothing in piloting.
Oh, you took piloting.
I have space.
Yeah,
space.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're rolling.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, move over, and I try to get in the seat. I'm basically sitting on top of you, trying to like go like, and then
just do it, not me. Just do
it
it.
was just like it's a chaos. Teenagers in the cockpit. Okay. So,
yeah, and Rogi's like, get this thing off the ground. Don't ram it into it.
We're like, all right. So
you try to fly this hunk of junk. It is not the same as the speeder. Let me tell you that now.
And it's agility. Oh, okay. Actually, I'm not that bad. All right. Okay, what's my difficulty? After I shake that for an hour.
Your difficulties. Well, are you just trying to be a little bit more patient with it, or are you also panicking?
It's kind of like chaos in there. Yeah, like it's. I don't imagine it to be easy right now.
You're sitting on my lap. This is not going to be simple.
Yeah, I'm not doing great either. Yeah, no. So one failure.
One failure.
All right, so you don't crash into the wall, and you just kind of you back it up, but you were trying to go up and back out of kind of this area above you, and you back it up. And Rogi's like, "Are you kidding me? Up! Let's go!"
You try to fly this thing.
All right, so Rogi's like, "Get out of the way!" And he pulls you out of the way.
Like, ouch! I'm hurt here.
We're all there. Damon cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Let this be a lesson to you guys, okay? All because you can fly a speeder does not mean you can fly a spaceship.
A spaceship, no.
They are not the same. I'm looking at you, Luke Skywalker.
All right. All right, so he rolls a success, but he takes 2 threats. He takes strain. He's like, I think this does it. And he jams one of the control switches forward. And it shoots straight up in the air. And he starts to angle it. And he's like, whoa. And the ship like takes off. The one thing that you notice is this ship has a navigation astrogation computer. Quad jumpers don't have hyperspace capabilities. They're usually like planetary ships. This one's been modified. It's got some interesting modifications to it. It's a shitty hyperdrive computer, but it will work.
It works.
As you're punching in, it gets old, but it actually works.
Yeah, this is interesting.
It has actually quite a few modifications that you had never seen on a quad jumper before.
This is like a sleeper quad jumper.
Okay, I'm going to be clambering over to this computer because I've got both coordination and astrogation. So I'm going to be taking a look.
Yiri, take a look at this.
Okay, do we have a plan in mind, or do we just want to do a jump somewhere? Because we got to figure out where we're going to go.
So Roji's he's piloting. You two are in the front.
Yeah.
Does anybody know anyone anywhere besides our backwater town?
So this is where you guys can make some, like, depending on what you want, you can make some checks.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go? What's a place that you guys are in the pretty far outer rim in Tatooine? Yeah, you have done some like local trading with like local planets that aren't super far away. You mostly operate off of Mos Eisley, but you have done trips with your dad before.
Yeah.
So you would have contacts close around here. But you might not want to go to your contacts.
Yeah.
And you are hunted by the Empire.
That would just be terrible.
Well, not hunted, but you are AWOL.
Man, I'd like to go to a big city. Like a bigger city.
Bigger city?
Like a more advanced city. Like one with less Imperial?
You want to go to a core planet?
Yeah.
It would take you a very long time. I mean, you could jump there, but obviously the closer you do it, there's more Empire. But
Actually,
you can do whatever you want.
How wounded are you right now? Maybe we should get you to a planet that has some medical facility.
Yeah.
That maybe would be cheap, because...
I'm feeling a little lightheaded right now.
Yeah. I mean, I patched you up, which I'm really impressed that I did. But I think we should probably get that taken care of, so you don't bleed out on us, and then you'd be leaving me alone with Rho G.
Yeah, I don't want to do that to you. We are friends, so.
Yeah.
Rho G's like, hey.
Rho G. Hey, dude. Just continue flying the ship. You got this.
So you guys punch out of atmosphere.
Yeah.
Goes quiet.
Where would they not look for us?
We can't have Imperials. If my family's involved, we can't have anything with the breast training company, anyone they know, because those
People talk.
Yeah, those Rhodians, they might track them down. They might know exactly what my parents will do.
The thing's gotta be worth a lot. I mean, core plants are so expensive, but maybe we have some money. Maybe.
But the ship's got a hyperdrive. Maybe I would upsell it because it's got a hyperdrive. This planet. Can we do a check to see which planets we know in the area?
I mean, you know them. Just kind of tell me what you are looking for. So some of the closest systems are Ryloth, which is the Twilight Homeworld.
Yeah.
Siskine, Geonosis, which is basically like a massive industrial planet. Locke, Ando, Zolan, Rhodia is not too far. It's far. The closest one is Geonosis and Ryloth.
We probably go to Geonosis just because it's close.
Okay.
That's industrial.
Yeah, in our minds, that's far enough away to be safe.
Yeah, it's pretty far.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't really want to go to Ryloth. It's not like...
Ryloth?
Yeah, it's not the nicest place for two young people,
Right,
girls
so
in the galaxy.
That's a perfect place for us to go then.
I don't know. I've heard things.
All right, so
Punch in those coordinates.
so you can make an astrogation check as you're punching away. It's kind of making beep beep beep, beep noises. You can make a perception check, Yiri, and your difficulty is 1.
Okay.
And you can make an astrogation check, Dari, and your difficulty is, it depends on what you're doing. Do you want to jump straight there, or are you willing to make multiple stops along the way to re-coordinate? It's easier if you do it that way.
If we do multiple stops, it's easier?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that then.
It takes a lot longer.
Oh.
And on this ship, so you look, as you're punching things in, you're like, that jump should normally take you because it's not right on a major hyperlane route, you would get to a hyperlane route, re-coordinate, and then go towards Geonosis, which should at most take you 2 days with 2 jumps. Looking at this computer, it looks like it's probably going to take 10 days. Its hyperdrives are not. It's a very, very old hyperdrive.
We're gonna have to make some stops, I think. I don't know if this thing can handle going straight through. And then maybe we can find some med packs. We've got a little bit of money, and we need some food too for us.
Right, maybe we can do some inventory. Let's put in the coordinates and go from there.
What was your perception?
Mine was 1 success and 2 advantages.
Okay.
And then I'll do astrogation, so I've got 2 advantages.
Right,
what's my difficulty?
Are you willing to make lots of stops and add more time? So it would go.
Yeah.
Are you going to Geonosis still?
We'll try, and
we'll head there.
Yeah, but we'll try to make stops along the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically right now you're just making a hyper jump to one of the major hyperlane routes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this would just be 1 difficulty then.
Okay, so 2 advantages.
All right, so you don't actually successfully plot the computer. You spend some time doing it, but you've been trained to do this a bit in the academy, but you've never actually had to practically use it.
Yeah,
and
it's simulation.
the math in it has always been a bit abstract to you.
Yeah.
You get it in theory, but you've never been able to actually replicate the success of it.
I'm not very good at this. I hate this.
So you have training in it, but you just barely. You try, and after you punch in the computer just processes it and just says clang, failure. What was it? You got 1 success?
Yeah.
So as she's typing it in, right, it was failure. You hear clang, clang, clang right behind you.
Gonna turn around, guys.
And you hear, as you are about to turn on your Captain. Oh, you are not Captain.
Guys, there's someone else on this ship. I'm gonna pull out my little holdout blaster. There's someone else on this ship.
You turn around and you see this guy.
Oh, it's a droid.
Hey, is that a death droid?
Are you here to clean the ship? That's my job. Wait a minute, we are in space.
Can you help us with the computer droid?
Computer droid, what do you mean?
Can you help us pilot here? Is this your ship? Are you?
This is the captain ship.
Okay, where are your new captains?
Where is the captain?
I've dealt with droids before. I've had
Okay,
negotiations
I don't.
or watched my dad negotiate. Droid, what's your name? What's your designation?
My designation is DD-19.
DD-19. We are now the new captains of this ship.
I was not informed.
We are informing you now.
I will miss the captain.
That's weird, but okay. We are the new captains of your ship and require to know your full capabilities.
I am a technical droid. I can make the, as she calls, droid computer work.
Perfect. All
Very
right,
good.
droid computer. As your new captains, we are going to order you to plot a course for what planet was it?
What's Geonosis?
Geonosis. We order you to plot a course for Geonosis.
That will take a long time.
Well, then you better start working fast and efficiently.
Perfect.
So he kind of walks over towards the computer and he just waits for you to get out of your seat. He's really tall.
I'm
He's
like,
he's probably like 6'5".
All yours, all yours.
All right, so he sits down and just starts typing away on the computer, plots a course.
Okay, so we're not so broke. We've got two things for the price of one. You know how expensive droids are, too, on the... Hey, we can get a lot for this guy.
But that just opens up a whole bunch of new questions. Why would this captain have a droid and leave it on the ship? Why would he not be bringing it with him?
That's probably why Boro wanted it.
You think he came here for the droid, or you
Well, I
think he
mean,
came
that's...
for the ship?
Yes, that's more than he paid
Computing
us.
complete.
He said, okay, well, I guess it's a long time to droid talk.
Like, hyperdrive's worth a lot. Droid's worth a lot. Like, he's paying us what? Like
My worth is more than financial.
Oh, really? Why is that?
I'm good at my
Explain.
job.
But, financially, like, estimating, how much are you worth?
My credit value cannot be put into credit value.
It's not part of the programming.
Well, your captain must have given you some sort of significant value for sell or just, insurance purposes.
I am not for sale.
Yeah, but I mentioned I'm not really good at negotiating with droids.
Do you plan to sell me?
Oh.
No, not right now.
Good. I would be bothered.
Okay.
Okay. Droid, is there anyone else on the ship?
No.
Very strange. Though there's people at auction that estimate and all that. Yeah.
Right. They'll be able to look him up.
Yeah.
Why do you keep assessing my value?
I just
In case we accidentally lost or broke you, we would like to know how much it would cost to replace you.
Like the captain lost me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the captain lost you.
It is strange that he would not say goodbye. We are friends.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know humans could be friends with droids.
This
We have a special relationship.
This captain is programmed him very. I kind of don't want to know anymore. Droid.
Part of me wants to really ask that question, but we have other concerns at the time, so we'll pursue that. Later.
Really, you want to pursue that? I'd sooner go by it. Don't tell me. Just don't tell me.
Don't ask, don't tell.
I have completed my task. Well, what do you have me do now?
Do you know if there's any med packs on board?
Yeah.
We do have a supply of accessories needed for medical things for flashbacks.
Flashbacks. I think he's talking about you.
I think he might be defective.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Flashbacks, though. That's a good nickname for you humans. All right,
I think you might be
please
defective.
Can you please go retrieve one of these, some of these medical supplies?
Of course. Captain, and he goes and wanders away.
Bless you.
Wow, that's a... Things are looking up a little bit.
Yeah, we got a fancy droid. I've never had one of these before.
This, we got a droid, we got a ship, we've got whatever we can hawk on the ship, but don't have a home, or a future, or a family, and I have a hole in my gut.
Oh, now you just remind me of all the trouble we're in.
You guys can each make a perception check. You're still sitting in the piloting area.
Okay.
Difficulty?
1. What'd you get?
2 advantages.
Right.
So I've got 2 successes and 4 advantages.
All right. So as you're talking about that, you can see go down there's a corridor that leads out of the main area on the ship, right? And then there's other corridors that kind of bisect before you head to the back of the ship. And you see a little astromech droid go zzz by and just past the corridor.
There's another droid. This ship's full of droids.
Do you think maybe that's he's a smuggler? He's a droid smuggler?
Maybe. Or maybe that's just what he was bringing to Mos Eisley. I mean, no wonder Dora wanted
Or
the
maybe
ship.
he's just got a kink for droids.
I don't even...
It sounds like something you humans would get up to.
I've heard about it.
Yeah.
Not just with humans.
No.
Let's just not...
And you got how many successes did you get? You got 2 successes and 4 advantages?
Yeah.
You can barely hear DD-19 talking to that droid right now.
But do I hear him?
You can hear, he's quieted his vocal commands.
Okay.
And he's talking, but you can't quite hear from where you are to get closer.
Okay, so I'm going to kind of go up there and try to check out that other droid too.
Okay, so you're just going to stealth your way down the corridor to get closer?
I don't think I'm
peek around the
scared or
corner?
anything. I'm just kind of yeah.
Okay, so as you start wandering around, it's we have new captains now. Do not trust them. I think they have killed the master. Yes, and you hear boop, 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 boop. Yes, I agree. We will wait until they sleep. And that's where we're going to end this session.